time to commence. Yes, this is Brother Polight, here for another installment. I got my homies over here. Yeah, good brothers to help me with the driving. Help a tough night go through. Boom, boom, boom. You know how I do. Yes, 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 yes. Boom. And then we got this, of course. This is how we do it. Come on, people. I wouldn't give you less. I wouldn't dare give you less. You know how we do this. Okay. Okay. Rise and grind. Oh, now, find me real quick. I'm up. From right now. We out here. Peace to the family. So right now we talking about. Right now we talking about. Right now we talking about cryptocurrency, mastery of the black woman, and crypto economics. That's what we talking about. Yeah, had a very long night. There ain't no sleep over here. Trust me. I'm having my drivers up round the clock. Got my drivers awake around the clock. Peace, peace. You already know. But let's get a good conversation in. Let's get a good conversation in and make this thing happen, you know? Let's get a good conversation in and make this thing happen. That's how we're gonna do that. Are y'all ready for this information? Oh, I know what I must do now. I know what I must do now. In order to become successful, you gotta have no ceiling. Sky ain't the limit. Space is. Yeah, why not? Woo. We'll talk about this black woman though. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, yeah, come on out, my brother. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I know everything there is to know that concerns black women. What I am going to tell you is, when it comes to the black woman, she is the epitome of, when it comes to the knowledge of the black woman, she is the epitome of, the more you learn, the less you know. And that's the first step to mastering the black woman. Understand, anytime you learn something about her, you know that much less. And if you don't bear witness to that truth, you're going to be really in for a doozy. So first things first, the more you learn, the less you know. Don't be walking around here thinking you got her figured out. Because that's when you get tricked all the damn time. That's number one. And then how I was taught, you got the preacher, okay? How I was taught, you got the preacher, you got the teacher, and you got the street leader. That could be the gang leader, that could be the hustler, so forth and so on. So you got the preacher, the teacher, and the street leader. And what happens is, a lot of times, they have put something other than the woman before. They have put something before the woman. Let's put it like that. The preacher, the teacher, and the street leader. Be they gang member, be they hustler. And so the preacher has God right at the forefront of everything. The teacher has his doctrine right before everything. It could be comedic science, it could be the Morris doctrine, what have you. And then that's the conscious brother or sister. Brother in this particular case, pardon me. So the preacher puts God before everything. The teacher puts his doctrine before everything. And then the street leader puts money before everything. And then here goes this woman now. She comes into your life. And now she's like, well, I'll be damned if I'm second to anything. So now the woman competes. Well, for her, it's not no competition. She comes into your world. And the question is now, are you going to still say money over bitches? This is what the street leader finds himself in, this conundrum. Because this whole world revolves around money over bees, right? And, you know, I don't call women bees, but this is what they say, money over bees. And so the street leader is like, money over bees. Then he meets this woman he's head over shoulders for, he's in love with. And now the thing is, well, she's like, well, I hear that money thing, but I'm first. And the preacher is like, okay, I deal with God. So that woman comes into his life, and now the question is he going to compromise the integrity of his mission and put her before his God? And the conscious teacher now has to find out, is it his doctrine first, or will he make concessions to the woman that he's in love with? So to keep discipline, it's not that the woman is there like an evil force to get a brother to compromise the integrity of his moral compass. But oftentimes what you'll find is the unsuccessful brother will give up his doctrine, or that which he makes subscriptions to, in the form of discipline, and put her in that place, as opposed to be unified with her so that they both can make subscriptions towards the same goal. So no, she's not supposed to be first to that information. She's supposed to work with you and make subscriptions to the same. And so the biggest problem that our brothers have is that we embrace the problem that we have is that we'll embrace the woman so much. Jackass. You know, people always got something slick to say. You know, it's just crazy. It's like, yo, I said we're running on no sleep, right or wrong?
I mean, yes, no sleep.
No sleep. You know what I'm saying? I got my brothers up all night, moving around, driving, picking sisters up, dropping sisters off, doing it Brother Polight style. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do a live stream. And yo, I'm doing a live stream. It's like 6 something in the morning. What time is it? Shit. Yeah. It's 8:46 a.m.
People already hating.
It's 8:46. Like, yo, fam, there's no sleep involved with what I do. So at 8:46 a.m., considering I was awake 8:46 a.m. prior, this over 24 hours I'm moving around. My eyes is going to be a little red.
You guys got late telling us to get out, move.
Yeah, I just pulled up. I'm like, yo, fam, we need to get this knowledge. Let's do this knowledge. You with it? And you're like, yeah, let's get this information in. So back to the black woman. So the name of the game is for both parties to make subscriptions to the same knowledge. But what happens is we'll be so enticed by the beauty and the elegance of the woman that what we'll do is drop the discipline and put her first to everything, as opposed to us both working with each other, striding towards the same exact goal. And when that happens, now we deep.
That's what got the woman there the first one, for the knowledge.
Exactly.
For the God, for the money.
And that's why the preachers, the leaders, teachers, the street brothers and sisters, the street brothers, the teachers, the preachers, they're the ones who get all the women.
They do.
You know, because they're disciplined. And then it's that same discipline that got the woman that they don't maintain when they're with the woman. And thus the mystery is gone and she goes with somebody else.
She loses respect.
This is all facts. These are all facts. You know, but you don't got to listen to this. You know, I'm just saying, like, the way I travel and the way I move, I mean, my brothers know, like, when I pull up, I don't have enough vehicles to put all the women in when I pull up. These are facts. My man, to tell you, just me alone, this is how I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My man, to tell you, this is just me alone is not enough. Like, that's just how I move. And, you know, they was like, yo, you got to share some of this information. So I said, I'll impart some wisdom. I said, yo, I'll impart some of this wisdom, but, you know, we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. So, you know, y'all can, you know, it's just so sad because every time it's time to teach, every time it's time to share some information, you got people who focus on so much negativity, you miss the information. Is this a challenge I'm personally experiencing? Man, being with women in general is a challenge. And if you're not challenged by the woman you're with, then you shouldn't be with that woman in the first place. The woman put on planet Earth to provide that challenge, to make you greater, to make you better. That's why it's a weak mentality of a man to be upset when it comes to a woman questioning him, or even a woman second-guessing him. Now, I'm not saying she's supposed to always second-guess the person, because that's not healthy. But you should have a woman in your life that questions you. You may have a yes man, but you damn sure don't want to have a yes woman. That's a fact. You may have a yes man, but you damn sure don't want to have a yes woman. These are facts. These are all facts. You have a yes man, but you damn sure don't want to have a yes woman. And you're part of me. I'm going into my second set of wokeness, because like I said, we be wide awake, man. In order to work for Brother Polight like these brothers do, you gotta be awake. You gotta be on point. My man probably sleeping in the car right now, just to get his mind right. Well, this is what we do. I'm getting there. The sun's coming out. I'm starting to get myself together. Yeah, word. Yeah. Yeah, if you're interested in the mentorship, you hit me at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Oh, what the hell? What the heck? Man as well. I know. And the black man, the first thing he says is, yeah, he's riding around in his rentals. No, I rent them out. And how many times are you going to see this throughout the month before you come to terms that I'm the one doing this? See, it's sad. It's sad that this has to come up every time we do this knowledge. Every time, for real. Yeah. Okay, do me a solid, King.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the main thing I want y'all to take into consideration. The main thing I want you to take into consideration is that you and the sister got to work together towards the same goals, the same ideals, whatever that may be. Whether it be your religion, your doctrine in general, or your philosophy, however you want to call it or coin it, y'all got to work together. You feel me? Because that is the foundation for you to have a reference point to which y'all are able to settle your disputes or any other form of issues. There's a responsibility that you have. So if you don't stick to the very thing that may have impelled the woman to come towards you, you'll be wondering, where did I go wrong? Where did we go wrong? And that'd be because the format changed once you got together. Once you enticed her to get into this relationship, you changed the philosophy, you changed the doctrine. Because you probably had more faith in something else than the very doctrine that was supposed to substantiate your faith. So you got to stick with the philosophy. And I'm not saying, hey, if you're a drug dealer, stick with the drug dealer. I'm saying that women are naturally attracted to leaders. Rightfully so, they should be. We're animals in the animal kingdom. They're designed to connect with the leadership. If you're not a leader, you're not going to have that same appeal to women. It's that simple. People always be like, well, you wouldn't have all those women around you if it wasn't for the money. I slept on the floor with my first 4 wives. We had no furniture. And I told them, I don't want to have a sophisticated project apartment crib. So all of our monies went towards our laptops, our shirt machines, our button machines, our iPads, our heat transfer papers, our pens to make our buttons. Like, we never deviated from the strategy. You feel what I'm saying? We took the time out and we was like, yo, listen, we're not about to pimp our project apartment. The only furniture we have is the bunk beds for our children. Other than that, we slept on the floor in sleeping bags in the project. I'm like, I'll be down by buy a memory foam mattress inside of a project where there's a rodent moving around back and forth. We're not doing that. And no matter how clean we kept our apartment, somebody else's apartment was bringing in the vermin. That's just how it is when you're in the hood. I'm not about to buy no flat screen TV for over here. Sorry, passed. And all their mothers was like, yo, this guy's a bum. This guy got more than one of you in his house. He running a coat. They said they had all the stuff to say. Now look at me now. Every wife got their own feet. Every wife got their own crib. You feel what I'm saying? We come a long way because we had a destination. We have a predetermined path. Okay? We had a focal point and we all were driven to get to that same goal. We didn't deviate because sex became the focal point. No, our success became the focal point. So I'm telling you, I got a lot that I can share and a lot to offer. And it's unfortunate because a lot of times when people see a brother working in communion with several women at a time, the only thing that they can reference is pimping instead of polygyny. But your first reference point should be polygyny. But most people's first reference point is, oh, this nigga a pimp. So you would rather a brother have several baby mothers and be in conflict with them than to have several women and be in a relationship with them where there's trust, security, consideration, appreciation, and these are economic terms. Bonding and sharing. It's like against the law for a brother to get the respect of more than one woman simultaneously. You would be more comfortable knowing that I have an issue with more than one woman at a time that I had a relationship with than to come to terms with the fact that, damn, this is a beautiful thing. This is powerful that this brother has the ability to establish some form of union or communion with multiple women at a time. See? The sun is all in my eyes, beautiful things. You know, it got us up just before I was about to knock out. You know, so it's a great thing. And we're about to talk about cryptocurrency as well. But the number one thing is when we talk about this black woman, she has every right to look for a sense of security. She has every right to look for trust, appreciation, bonding, sharing, friendship. You know, she's the greatest commodity in the black community. And to be at peace with her is to be at peace within yourself. Because anytime you have chaos within the confines of your black man, black woman relationship, your life is chaos. And there's nothing that brings you more peace than to be in a state of harmony with your female significant other. But the problem is we struggle and we fight with her. And it works reminiscent to that of meditation. When you meditate, you don't want to, you don't want to fight with your mind to stay still. You want to establish stillness of the mind without any form of aggression. And this is why I said, for the black man, being an alpha male has very little to do with aggression. Being an alpha male is predicated upon exercising humility when confronted with adversity. Because an alpha male knows his aggression. So you get no credit or no props if you lash out at another person. If you yell, you curse, you scream, or you fight at an instant when you feel disrespected. There's no glory for that for an alpha male. Because the struggle is to subdue your passions. So an alpha male knows that his greatest strife or his greatest task, right, is to be able to subdue his passions. The alpha male knows that exercising humility when confronted with adversity is his greatest task, is his greatest challenge. You know how strong you are. You know how for real you are as a man. If you know that when confronted with adversity, you exercise humility as opposed to aggression. That's real talk. And that's why it's hard for a lot of our brothers to be able to be in a relationship with a black woman, because we will deal with the adversity of a woman that challenges us with aggression as opposed to humility. And we think somehow that we're soft because of that. We say to ourselves, I'm not going to submit to her. We say to ourselves, she's being irrational, she's overly emotional. So we over here wrestling her, just like we attempt to wrestle the mind when it comes to meditation. You take it for what you want, but I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Whether you like it or not. You can take it for what you want. You know, I'm just building. I don't even like getting into these conversations, honestly, but I was talking to the homies and they was like, man, listen, you need to do a class on this. But I'm like, it's not good, because people will take this and then what they want to do is call it being in a cult, or they say this is cult doctrine and cult philosophy, and even some sisters get upset. And the reality is, I'm saying just don't fight against it. If you want to fight to establish harmony amongst the woman, you're going to lose. You got to exercise humility when confronted with adversity to establish yourself as the alpha male that you may conceive yourself to be. Because they want the alpha male. But then we got to question, what exactly is the alpha male? And it's not one who asserts themselves aggressively when confronted with adversity. To the contrary, is one that makes subscriptions to humility when confronted with adversity, because they're aware of their aggression, they're aware of their volatility, they're aware of their combative type of mentality or disposition. They're aware of that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking to you about, man. It's a beautiful thing when your eyes is truly open and you realize, man, just like meditation, I'm not going to wrestle with my mind no more. So you say that how you bring about stillness. You bring about stillness through acceptance. You bring about stillness first through introspection. And you ask yourself, why am I thinking what I'm thinking, and why am I feeling what I'm feeling? These are facts. Why am I thinking what I'm thinking, and why am I feeling what I'm feeling? Well, you know, just keep in mind, man, I haven't rested in it's been like 2 days and change. I sleep every other day, but I'm doing too much right now because I'm past the 2-day mark. So, you know, if I'm puffy-eyed or if I'm red-eyed, also because I'm sitting in the sun. But, you know, and I like that because I like to catch the sunrise. So we actually caught the sunrise. I like the solar days, catch the sun when it's rising, and or catch the sun when it's setting. But, you know, we out here just making it happen. We talking about mastering the black woman and what? Cryptocurrency. Let me get into this cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, I'm gonna showcase my minting. We have another course coming up. One of the classes that you want to get in this course is going to be cryptocurrency, because we're going to show you how to actually make money. Now you can get this through the mentorship, or you can get, of course, some data through the course. The course is going to teach you how to make monies in real time, effective immediately from cryptocurrency. However, you join the mentorship and we'll compartmentalize a lot of this information, and you'll be able to really learn this in real time. We'll hold your hand through it. Your children will be like, dang, thank goodness my parent was on point, or my parent's parent was on point when this all started. Yeah. So by the time your children's children come into play,
they're born into wealth.
Yeah, they're either born into wealth via wealth stewardship, generational wealth, or they'll be just like us when we grew up, saying, damn, I wish our parents would have lined this up properly. I wish we would have came into inherited wealth, you know? So we're gonna go. Let's get into the crypto economics.
You gotta turn it around myself.
I got you. Let's get into this crypto. Let's get into this crypto economics. Let's
Crypto Rootz on YouTube, McNaughty Dread on Instagram, and we are officially in the Web 3.0. As most of you guys are aware, you probably aren't aware, but we've been living in the Web 2.0. And when AOL first started, that was the Web 1.0. Now, basically, the most valuable thing you have in this digital age is your data. And at this point in time, we're all data slaves. Data is the real gold, and that's what the companies, that's what they want. Google, they want all your data, and they actually have a lot of it. But with the introduction of Bitcoin, it opened up a whole nother world of decentralization and an internet protocol where we can trust each other. We can verify everyone else's transactions. And from that, we created a system of wealth or value. And Bitcoin could be equivalent to digital gold, since there's such a limited value. And in fact, we don't even know how much gold is out there, so, and how much has been mined or where it's placed. So as far as like real value and scarcity, people are saying Bitcoin is one of the most scarce things next to time. And we can break down the numbers later, but there's 21 million Bitcoin that can ever be created, and they're already estimating 6 or 7 million we'll never have access to. So break down the math, maybe 15 or 16 million Bitcoin divided by 7.5 billion people. You're looking at possibly one of the most valuable assets we have seen in the last couple thousand years. And so, with that being said, there is a new internet you connect to. There's a new browser you use. You actually download a crypto wallet. If you have to pay for anything, it is not decentralized. Don't pay for anything. Make sure if you have to type in your password to get to your Bitcoin, it is not your Bitcoin. Make sure you own your private keys. And I'm stressing this just because these are the misconceptions that people have.
Now watch this real quick. Because someone always feels they know, but if we could bring these people on the live stream.
Any questions?
Now watch this. So, because there's always the people who feel they know. One person said, if it ain't backed by gold, I'm not falling for it. And another person said, Bitcoin is the past.
Woo!
Okay.
So a lot of people said Apple was the past in 1994, 1995. A lot of people, it's the early adopters who profit the most. The people who are the most open-minded and give things a chance, even if you don't even drop a little bit. I know a brother personally from Maui, Hawaii. His name is Zen. He dropped $1,000 on a thing called Red Coin. 3 years later, made him $300,000. 6 months later, it turned into $2 million. So what's happening is a lot of these coins are fractions of a penny. Fractions of a penny. And it's not going to hurt to drop $10 on something like that. It's not going to hurt to drop $100. Obviously, do your due diligence, do your research, and we can break that down in the course, how to analyze the market, how to analyze the fundamentals of the rarity of a coin, how often it's printed, how often it's distributed. Every crypto, every blockchain is a little different. Make sure that it has a decentralized blockchain. A lot of these blockchains are totally private, totally centralized, and it's business as usual. Such as Coinbase is a good way to start off, but Coinbase is the new bank. It's the new world bank. And a lot of people think that having their Bitcoin or the Ethereum in Coinbase makes them think they have real ownership of it. It is not the truth. A lot of these exchanges get hacked. A lot of them shut down. The owners take the currency for themselves. KYC, AML, anti-money laundering, know your customer. These are all methods to keep us slaves, financial slaves and data slaves. So you want to break out of that. You want to download a wallet. You shouldn't have to pay for anything. And you want to make sure that you own the private keys to your Bitcoin. That's just first off. You need an on-ramp. You need an off-ramp, the system. When you purchase a decentralized digital currency, that's a political choice you're making. And you're exiting the system. And if you need to put your money back in the system, you need an on-ramp and off-ramp. And that's how you can profit in USD, and that's how you can profit in crypto. It is not how much Bitcoin is worth in USD, it's how much USD is worth in Bitcoin. This is the new world standard. In order to get any other cryptocurrency, in order to even purchase other cryptocurrencies, you need Bitcoin. So this is the new world standard, and you want to change your mentality to look at how much Bitcoin am I accumulating at this point in time. This is the accumulation phase of the market. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Warren Buffett, secrets to his success. So when no one's looking at it, no one's talking about it, everyone's saying it's dead, that's when you buy in. That's when, and let me stress this. You don't have to buy Bitcoin. A lot of people have this misconception of it's an investment, it's an investment. Just honestly go up and tell everyone on the internet in person you accept Bitcoin. You accept money, right? You accept PayPal. Just say I accept Bitcoin. If you can't afford to buy it, just tell everyone I accept it. There's people on the internet like me looking all over to spend our Bitcoin. We want to find more merchants, more personal business merchants to spend our Bitcoin just for fun. So if you were to come out, whatever it is you do, and just let the world know you accept Bitcoin, you're gonna sound crazy at first, but that's fine. But the people who profit the most are the ones who are willing to be open-minded and accumulate early in the game, get all the Google stocks early, or Yahoo stocks early in the game, you know what I'm saying? And let me stress this.
Someone said, I got Bitcoin through Paxful. Does that mean I have no ownership to my own Bitcoin?
If it is still on Paxful, you have to enter your password to get on there. It is their money. Get it off as soon as possible. You want to make sure that you own your private keys. And if worse comes to worse...
What do you mean by private keys?
Private keys. So when you sign up for a wallet, there you go. You're going to either have to write down 12 words or 24 words. Actual English words like star, door, and you're going to write these words down. And they correspond to a very mathematical number that corresponds to your wallet. So it's easier for the human to read. So 12 words or 24 words, as long as you know those words, you have access to your crypto. And if anyone takes those words or steals those words, they have access to your crypto. So there's such things as called multi-signature wallets, where you need at least 2 or 3 people to let the funds go. So someone can't come up to you, because this happens with the gun, or torture you for your passphrase. You need 2 or 3 people around the world to approve of the transaction before it can be released. It's called a multi-signature wallet. Now, I can take any more questions, but yeah, Paxful, if the money's not in your crypto wallet, you don't own it, and you want to take care of that ASAP. Now, the beginner apps, just start off with Coinbase, start off with our local bitcoins.com. If you need a quick come up, you can always charge a premium rate for your Bitcoin. You can always charge a premium rate. Whatever it is now, you can charge up to $500, maybe $1,000 more today, and just flip it real quick if that's what you choose, and you can accept any kind of payment you want. Now, just real quick, talk about centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. When you have to put your money on another account in someone else's wallet, that's a centralized exchange. Decentralized exchange means it doesn't go to anyone else, it comes out of your wallet, you get to trade wallet to wallet, decentralized. So we'll go deeper into the course, we'll go deeper, and I'll give you some game. I'll show you how to monetize your computer, your laptop, just from being on. I rent out my extra hard drive space, I rent out my extra processing power, I mine cryptocurrencies, I buy cryptocurrencies that pay dividends every single month. I also have a very strategic way of setting limit buys and limit sells, so I don't have to pay attention to the market. I profit from the market while doing everything else because of the way I set my tradings up. I don't have to pay so much attention to it. It works on its own. So that's the brief introduction.
Hey, this guy.
Cryptocurrency.
This guy seems like a quiet guy. Let me tell you, to the naked eye, people see him, he just seems like he's just a quiet, Rastafarian looking dude who might be blowing on some real good sticky. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get to really talk to him about what he does, he's also a master farmer. You know, he has knowledge in aquaponics, but in general, the basic convention of agriculture, he deals with that too. He's a real good brother, man. I'm so proud of him. I mentor him. I mentor this brother and never cease to amaze me. He's very good. So we're going to incorporate the cryptocurrency. Yeah, yesterday, you know, I was out with the Jamaican sisters. They were showing me how to roll it out. Ain't gonna smoke it though, but you know, still education nonetheless. It was pretty fun. Yeah, goes the homie right here. Let's do it.
You still recording?
Yeah, we good. You come in, brother. We do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Any
more questions they got? I'm willing to.
Let's get it.
Talk about money. What is money?
Yeah. Get up in there.
How you open this?
Yeah, you good?
What creates value?
Let's get in. Give him a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. This ain't no time to talk about R. Kelly, man. Knock it off. Stay focused.
Yeah, just tell them like simple.
Someone said, what's a good dollar amount to start with for the cryptocurrency?
I started off with $20. I put $20 almost every week. $20. And I actually lost, you know what? My first Bitcoin experience, I got hacked. And I want to let you guys know about that. I ended up getting the copy-paste virus. And you guys be aware that I was using an old computer with malware. Someone ended up hacking it. And every time I posted the address, it switched it to a new address right before I clicked send, and it sent my Bitcoin somewhere else. So I was very frustrated at first. And I talked to the online community, and they were like, yo, this is not a common problem. It's your problem. I went and threw away my laptop and got a new laptop. So just make sure that, you know, you got an antivirus. Make sure your computer's decently clean so it doesn't have any malware, because that'll be anything digital can be stolen from you. So when you do write your 12 words or your 24 words, make sure you write them down on a piece of paper, laminate it, put it in a fire safe proof, and make at least 2 copies and put them. This is like the ultimate way to make sure that you have access to, because people like Elon Musk, and I'm not even sure 50 Cent, the IRS called him because they realized he had 750 Bitcoin. He didn't even know he was a Bitcoin millionaire, because someone tried to rip him off back in the day over an album. They said, can I give you 750 Bitcoin because it was really cheap? And he said, yeah. Ended up being a Bitcoin millionaire. IRS called him. So yeah, so that shows you how fast things can go. And this is such a volatile market, crypto. I call it the Wild West. No, there's no regulations. A 12-year-old can put $5 in a Bitcoin and put it on the market. There's no broker. There's no weekend. No, it's 24 hours all around the world, global market, and it's I would say it's the freest market. I would say it's the freest market. They say markets can be manipulated and whatnot, but cryptocurrency is fair. It's the fairest we've ever seen, and I think there's plenty of opportunity in that. And that's why I want to stress to the black community. There's plenty of opportunity. It's going to be probably the biggest transfer of wealth. And right here, even if you don't do or listen to Polight and all the other stuff he teaches, you could actually listen to this that he teaches and actually do well on your own. Like, so crypto is an opportunity, and that's what gives me the passion, is the opportunity that we have at our disposal with no questions asked. We don't have to get approved. We don't have to verify. We can do it all online right away. If you're a good day trader, you can make $1,000 a day. You know, it's all depends on your strategy, and you just figure out what works best for you, your lifestyle, your loved ones, and there's a strategy for you. I have a lot of things I need to focus on, so I do my best to work on passive income, and there's many various forms of passive income from cryptocurrency.
Aloha YouTube, this is Crypto Roots. All right, so here's the deal. Brother Polight is for real a scammer, and he's been doing this consistently. And I did speak with a detective, and there's reports of him doing this all over the US. It's just in California, there's only a few. So now I'm talking to other people, and everyone's telling me the best thing I need to do is have anyone who else has been scammed by Polight send me your info, email me your receipts, dates, how much, and I just need to pile that up with my information that I'm submitting. So you guys help me out with that. Let me know if you for real, you know, because this is what this guy does, and this is what his wives do. And the whole metaphysical, you know, comedic science, conscious teacher, it's all a front. It's all a front to get black people's bread, especially. So I don't know why this guy thinks he can continue. You know, I don't know. That's what he does. So help me out. If you've been scammed by Polight or know someone's been scammed, just send me the info. I'm not saying I know exactly what to do with it, but attorneys and detectives are telling me, yo, gather it all up, dude. Gather it all up. So Michael Nowick, which is Brother Polight, Juliet Smalls, which is Amanette, I don't know, yeah, Amanette, and then Jessica Casey, which is Ra'et. So all three of them, just you know, if you sent money to any of them, Cash App, Western Union or whatever, if you got your receipts, you got the dates or whatever, just hit me up, email me, and we'll start getting this tally up of the biggest number that, you know what I'm saying, because I'm gonna submit everything. Yo, what up, YouTube? So I feel people are owed an explanation of why the crypto course isn't happening. And the real reason is because Polight owes me over 100 grand. He owes me a lot of money, and he hasn't barely paid me anything. And the money I gave him was from my father's life insurance. I was sleeping on the beach, and my father died from a heart attack, and I didn't know I was getting money. I got some life insurance money, and I was just gonna travel and do my thing, but I was following Brother Polight for years, and I considered him my master teacher. I really, really trusted this dude with all my heart. And so as soon as I got paid, I hit him up for the mentorship. And, you know, immediately, since I live in Hawaii, the banks aren't the same. Immediately, I was sending him money. I wasn't sending him money directly, it was other people. And because I had to send him money so often, we ended up kind of talking and being cool. And then he offered for me to come to LA to buy a condo and to rent that out. So I trusted him, you know, and I went to LA, and it ended up being he used me. He ended up using me, and him and his family were living off me. I was paying for everything. His cars were rented. I didn't even realize what was happening. And every time I got uncomfortable, and he would just either yell at me or like say, "Oh, I get it, I understand, you're gonna make a lot of money, you're gonna make a lot of money." And I'm thinking, damn, I didn't want to ruin this opportunity of, meeting my master teacher, and I gave up more and more bread that I wasn't comfortable giving up. And it got so bad, I ended up basically being homeless in LA. And This dude supposedly rents out Airbnbs. Like, this dude just did not looking out for me. I slept in his car so many nights. Like, I paid for his plane, I paid for everything. And to this day, I haven't even received 1% of it back. And I'm just so heartbroken. Like, I'm so upset with myself for trusting this person. Everybody says this dude's a scammer. Everybody says this dude, and it's the truth. This dude fucking scammed me, dude. He fucking scammed me. Like, I'm so brokenhearted. He wants me to continue to do business with him, and he won't even pay me any money. Like, none. I just want my money back. It's the worst decision and the most heartbreaking thing I've ever been through. Him and his family lived off my father's life insurance money, and when I had no more left, he just like, whatever, like, you know, he treated me like I was one of his wives or something. Like, I just had to listen and drive him around, drive his family around. I had to pay for everything. And he's like, oh, you're investing. It's investing. Oh, you're investing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, like, damn, like, and it got so bad, I just said, you know, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore, bro. I left LA and went to Mexico with whatever money I had left, because this dude was just planning to use me and dry, and he still hasn't paid me. You know, he just treated me like I was just some bitch that he could just use for money. And you know, and he did. He's still out. He just doesn't. He's ignoring my calls. So I'm devastated. He was supposed to show me. He was supposed to teach me. He was supposed to educate me and guide me. But now I'm figuring out everything on my own. I'm bouncing back on my own. I'm brokenhearted, really. Like, I'm so devastated. I don't even want to tell you what's, you know what I'm saying, going on in my head. You know, I'm gonna still go hard with my brand. I'm bouncing back financially. He's a complete scammer and he's untrustworthy. And I don't want you guys making the same mistakes I did.
Yo, direct message to Polight. Yo, what up, bitch ass nigga? What's up, bitch little boy? Motherfucker. Finally, somebody with credibility, somebody with higher. You put me on your fucking platform, bitch. You decided to scam me. You manifested me, motherfucker. I manifested you and you manifested me. You built me. Bro, you're going down. It's wartime. It's war. It's war. It's war. It's your family versus mine, Polight. Straight up. Your family versus mine. You think you could disgrace me? Think you could just take me down? Just dismiss me like that? Bro, that's the biggest mistake of your fucking life, of your career. And you need to be taken down. You know it. You had to manifest it. Welcome to Crypto Roots, bro. It don't even fucking matter no more. It's war. It's war. I'll leave your daughters out of it because they had nothing to do. It's not my fault that her fucking dad is a fucking sociopathic fucking narcissist. You thought you could dismiss me. Oh, bro. And the truth is, I love you, Polight. Truth is, deep down, I'm so hurt because I love you. I really did see you. Not on some mentor shit, not different levels of that, but I saw you as somebody, straight up, that could have been a real ass dude, bro. You decided to dismiss me from the beginning, and that was your flaw. You built me. You built me consciously, bro. You woke me up into consciousness, nigga. Now I'm taking you fucking down. I got to, bro. I got to, bro. It's just destiny, as far as I'm concerned. Because I can kill myself any fucking day, I told you. But I'm not gonna let you fucking take my fucking father's life insurance, disrespect me, and dismiss me, acting like you live in some fucking rich Hollywood fucking celebrity. You scamming people, and you fucking scammed up many other people, and I'm stopping that shit, bro. I'm going to fucking war, Polight. It is what it is, bro. I'm gonna feel as non-empathetic as you felt while you were looking me in my eye and telling me that I would never go back to being homeless, while you fucking scamming me out of everything, bro. Woo! Boy, if I would have known what you were up to, what you were doing, I don't even think I'd be talking. I would be making this video right now. Straight up. I can't even tell you how many people told me what they would have done. But I got a beautiful woman. I got a wife now, bro. Look at Polight, I'm looking at you. I got a wife now, bro. Still trying to have a fucking kid, bro. Regardless, it's my family versus yours. We could have lived in peace. We could have been in harmony. We could have kept it real. Nah, bro. You woke me up to consciousness. I'm taking you out the fucking game, bro.
Direct message to Polight. What up, big bro? How you doing, big brother? We like family now, right? We like family. You know what I'm saying? I know your mental health state is a little off. You know what I'm saying? As of lately. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking, brother. Thank you for checking in on me. I know you care so much. Oh, forgive me. Sorry. Forgive me. I'm sweating. Why am I sweating? I don't know. It's called health, Polight. It's called health. I don't know, you know, if drinking Hennessy or eating garbage bags of chips and gummy food and shit from the liquor store and having your wives fucking eat out at Carl's Jr. But I don't know if you call that health, but that's not what I call health, bro. Whew. Where's your information now, Polight? Where is your financial information now, Polight? Bro, now that you're being sued, oh, and believe me, I'm still on your motherfucking asshole. You, Amanette, and Ra'ed, you're all going... Believe me, look it up, court listener. It's all there. I'm going hard and I ain't stopping. Shit's kind of I'm on a different country. I'm frigging this shit out myself. So it's taking some time, but it's happening. It's happening. And in the meantime, I'm building skills and leveling up and building my business that you gave to me. You gave to me. I wouldn't have got all this attention if it wasn't for you. You know? And I can't even tell you how many people emailed me and told me they were getting ready to sign up for your mentorship, and thank God they didn't. I still get emails telling me, you know what I'm saying? And oh, by the way, anyone watching this, hey, third wall, anyone watching this, send me your evidence. Back to Polight. What's up? So niggas ain't eating off your information. It's obvious. Niggas is getting more enslaved. You're like the black slave driver, bro. You pretended to get free. Now you enslave niggas. If you're gonna scam a nigga, damn, why you give me so much motherfucking power, bro? Where's your shit at now, Polight? It ain't nowhere, Polight. You exploited the truth. And I'm stopping it because you're sick, bro. You got some sickness that I could write in a book, and motherfuckers. Man, niggas telling me this is a Netflix series, bro. I'm not saying this shit. People are telling me this shit's a Netflix. You gave me that. You gave me your power, man. I'm gonna watch you die.
What up, YouTube? This is Crypto Rootz. First off, yeah, I disabled the comments, and for now I'm gonna keep the comments disabled. I would love to engage with my audience. Trust me, I really do. But I'm still recovering from the bullshit with Brother Polight, and you know, like I said, certain things resurface, and certain memories come back into play, and you know, certain thoughts start happening in my head. So the last thing I need is just some random fucked up comment, because I read them. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm like a tough guy and nothing's gonna bring me down. Like I said, I'm still recovering. So the last thing I need is somebody poking at my fucking wound, who's never been in the position I've been in and been through the things I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I'm recovering, you know, I'm proud of myself sometimes. Other times I'm like, yo, I may not make it, you know, because this shit's rough. And like I said, I'm handling shit in the background to bring justice to Brother Polight and his wives, because I honestly feel they deserve it, and they deserve much more for, you know, taking advantage of people's trust, especially me. You know, they done woke up a demon in me I didn't even know really existed, you know. And I'm still bringing justice to Brother Polight and his two wives, Ra'ed, Jessica Casey, and Juliet Smalls, which is Amanette. Yeah, so believe me, reports have already been filed, tips have already been submitted. It's happening. The ball is rolling on that. So
aloha YouTube, it's your boy Crypto Rootz. So people keep telling me Brother Polight is trying to teach cryptocurrency. At first I was just like, yo, this shit is a joke, like. And I've just been doing some thinking, and people, yo, Polight's trying to teach crypto. It's like, wow, is this his newest con? His newest scam is now he's trying to teach crypto. First of all, he had the chance to learn and teach crypto when he was with me. And we already did a few videos, but I had the knowledge. I was more than willing to share it with him for free so that he can share it with his audience. And we, you know, he blew that opportunity by being a fucking scammer and a con artist and backstabbing the person who trusted him. Everyone who trusted him, but especially the dude with the crypto knowledge. I've dedicated the last 3.5 years of my life to learning and understanding and applying cryptocurrency. This person has not. There is very little knowledge this person can drop on you, all right? He may have done a little on the surface research, but he doesn't know what cryptocurrency really is or what it's really about. That's the truth. And now he's trying to sell it to you? Man, it's just another scam and just another con. Also, and he's teaching stocks too. Stocks and crypto. Yo, this dude is insane. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not invested in crypto and he's not investing in stocks, and it's a fact. It's a fact. He just knows a lot of information to scam you out of your money. But he doesn't tell you how to go and apply the information yourself for it to make you money on your own. He doesn't, because he doesn't want that. He doesn't want you to prosper. He wants to steal everything from you. And this is just another con. And a lot of scam artists and con artists start fucking with this crypto game because they see it's easy, fast, untraceable, untaxable money. And that's why I'm here to warn you guys to stay away from con artists like that, because they try to use this as a way to capitalize on your ignorance. People are going to try to sell you a pipe dream as the price goes up. I'm just disappointed the fact that this person just keeps finding new ways to scam people and con people out of their hard-earned money. And yes, my court cases is taking a while, but I haven't not dropped a fucking eye on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still figuring out this legal system, the way it works. It's my first time ever really dealing with it on this level. From everyone that I've showed my message to, they were like, yo, this dude needs to be locked up. This dude actually needs to be locked up. So we're just working on it. We're just working on it. I really suggest that if you're my audience, that you warn people to stay away from Brother Polight teaching anything, especially cryptocurrency, because what he's trying to do is scam you out of your Bitcoin. He's trying to scam you out of your Ethereum. He's trying to take more and extract more from you without really giving you anything. It's so sad. It's so sad to see this continue to go on. I'm just saying, man, stay away from the scams.
All right, so the real owners of the cars who he rents from belong to Suge Knight's family members. So those are the real owners, and they made that clear to me and then the other mentee. Don't get it twisted. You driving these cars around for Polight, but don't get it twisted. These cars belong to us. You know what I'm saying? They know Polight plays around in this little fantasy social media world about those cars, but they don't play around when it comes to their money. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real shit. And that's the only people who really looked out for me. Suge Knight's family members, bro. At least the one dude who rents the car from directly looked out for me. I don't mean to put him out like that. I didn't even say his name, but still, like, he don't even talk to me no more. He probably pissed that I said too much. But it is what it is. I'm telling you the truth. So those cars belong to Suge Knight's family members.
Let's talk about when crypto exchanges pull a Brother Polight. When they pull a Brother Polight on your asshole. Let's talk about exit scamming, especially in the crypto community. What is exit scamming? Exit scamming is when, let's just say, an exchange builds up a really good reputation, okay? And people feel comfortable using that platform. It's the new trendy exchange to use. You hear people are making a bunch of money. It's got a lot of volume, or there's certain crypto coins that are only offered on that exchange. And so what they do is they build up a good reputation. And after a while, people feel safe and more comfortable putting their money on the exchange, leaving their money on the exchange, and larger amounts. What happens is, after a while, it could be a number of years, number of months, but as long as it's really up to the people who are pulling the scam. But what they're doing is they're building up a reputation that people leave their money, large amounts of money, on the exchange, and all of a sudden they go offline, or they say, hey, we're shutting down the exchange, it's time for you to withdraw, but they disable the withdrawal buttons, so you can't even withdraw. Like they just make it seem like, oh, something happened, or they got hacked, or there's so many ways to leave the game, but that's essentially what it is. It's all of a sudden leaving the game and leaving everybody like, wait, whoa, like, I'm still trying to get out of my trade, like, I'm still trying to, like, oh, let me see if I can withdraw, oh, I can't even, like. So That's exit scamming. And what those people, those developers, what those people can do, just shut down the exchange and then put up a new website, a new exchange another day, and offer different benefits and lure people in. So this happens on the deep web, or on the deep web, like you can finalize orders ahead of time. You could, people be like, nah, you good. Nah, you good. I believe you're going to send the order. Nah, you good. So people finalize the order early without receiving the product. And then they never get the product, and a bunch of people said, no, you good, so they ended up getting a bunch of money, and they're like, why even deliver? Shut down. Sellers can do it, and exchanges can do it. They pull a brother Polight. They build up your trust. They build up the faith that you have in them, and then as soon as they figure like, yo, this is the best we're gonna get, then they dip out, and then you're just left there like, wait, what, bruh? You got to be aware, you know, it happens to people, and it's easier to happen online in exchanges because it's more of anonymous and it's unregulated and the transactions are irreversible. So that's why you need to be careful when you're dealing with the exchanges, and not to leave your bunch of money on an exchange. Even with Coinbase, they can pull an exit scam. Binance, like, you don't know. Those are more reputable, more regulated exchanges, so they can't really dip out like that. But still, like, it's your money in their wallet, and that's not the point of cryptocurrency, you know? So, you know, be careful, brother Polight, and anyone like him on social media, and be careful when you're dealing with these crypto exchanges, because that's essentially what they're pulling, is exit scamming, building up your faith, building up your trust in them, and then as soon as it's time for them, as soon as they realize this is the best they're gonna get, they're out of there, and there's nothing you can do about it, you know?
My loyalty to the people that I feel inspired by, the people who changed my life, is loyalty. Like, people like, oh, you got scammed by Polight, you gullible. But what happened to loyalty, dude? What happened to being loyal? Like, that shit is out of our culture now. That shit is out of our culture. Nobody even talks about loyalty. It had nothing to do with being homosexual with Polight. It had nothing to do with being submissive to Polight. It had nothing to do with being dumb and being gullible. No, I was fucking loyal to this dude because he changed my reality. I had no idea this dude was a con artist. I was loyal, and he took advantage of my loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And that is a trait that is out of our society. It's like, men aren't even loyal. It's got to be called homosexual, or it's got to be called dumb. People can't understand to stick to the code, and to stand by the people you believe in with your life, man. I told Polight, yo, man, like, whatever it is, bro, I got your back, bro. Like, I got your back, man. Like, no matter what it is, I got your back, you know? And I never thought he would be a narcissistic dude, to, like, you know? But I was just like, I was loyal. Whether it was on my bread, whether it was not, I believed in you, I believed in him, and I believed that he would look out for me. Yes, I got taken advantage of, but in all reality, I just had extreme loyalty, and nobody ever mentioned that. Nobody talks about that nowadays. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Brother Polight is crypto stalking me on YouTube. You tried to play me, bro. You almost got away with it. Who would have known how big of a fucking bitch ass coward you are? Because I know that nigga watches my video consistently watches every video. I can tell you Polight does this shit. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. You always thumbs down. I notice you, Polight. I notice you. I know it's you, Polight. I now get it. I now get what you lack so deeply inside that you have to do what you do. Just to, you're a pig. Like, this nigga talks about not eating pork, not eating meat, but this nigga's the porkiest, rattiest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you are. You're a parasite, bro. You're a fucking parasite, bro. You and your whole family's a fucking parasite. It's a shame that I have to fuck. I don't know what kind of woman she's gonna grow up to be. Whole fucking shit is built off a lie, bro. You built the whole shit off. Hey, you got away with it for quite some time, believe me. If anybody's interested in making a motherfucking movie about Brother Polight, believe me, I will. Not only will I interview, contribute, pay, you know what I'm saying? I'll direct that shit. I may even write an autobiography just on that, you know, because you got to understand how sick this person really is, man. It's on another level of just disgust, right? Like, you know, like literally, you know, but you can't see such a psychopath. You can't stop that shit. Like, you can't stop the psychopath. Like, no matter how much of a grave he digs, he will continue to do it, right? It's on some shots fired, bodies dropped shit between me and Polight. Everybody knows how fucked up you actually really are. Text messages prove it.
6 videos YouTube proven, and you still don't know who Crypto Rootz is. Court listener, the documents are all like, you still don't know who Crypto Rootz is. So who sounds fucking, who just sounds like a meat eater? Let me just put it that way. Who sounds like a meat eater, me or Polight? I got 6 YouTube videos with the dude. Hold on, this Polight. I always wanted, hold on, I'm smoking. I don't even know who that is. You see Polight? I don't even know who that is. Yeah, you gangster. You gangster. I don't even know who that is. I'm a mean Polight side. I don't even know who that is. Crypto Rootz, I don't even know who that is. Oh man, that shit makes me laugh so fucking hard sometimes, man. I don't even know who Crypto Rootz scam. Who? What? I don't even know who that is. If we ever see each other, it's definitely on site, you know. But that'll probably never happen again unless it's in court, bro. Unless it's in court, right? You know, because my life is too much more valuable than yours, and we both know that. We both know that my life is more valuable than yours because I'm here to do things for people to better their lives, and it is a proven track record. All right, I've improved your family's lives just with the information and a little time we spent. But you, dude, why can't you just admit that you're poor? Why can't you admit that you're broke? Why can't you do this? You'll do anything to keep up the lie. You'll do anything to keep up the lie. Anything. You'll sacrifice anybody, even your family. You'll do anything to keep up the lie. Damn, you're damn it. You are so fucked up in the head, bro. And if you don't know nothing about this, don't trip. There's a whole Brother Polight YouTube playlist. Man, I can't even tell you how much shit people talk. Right? I couldn't tell you. Many people couldn't even endure it. Many people are too fucking scared to even tell the truth. I know I'm a bigger man than Polight is, even though he's physically bigger than me. He's a coward. He's a coward. And damn, it's almost a movie to see how the shit, he's going to crash and fall. It's inevitable. Literally. I learned the game from you. The game's being played on you. The game has been played on you and it's currently being played on you. Right? Right? You thought the game was being played on me, bro. The whole time, nigga was taking notes on your whole shit. In case you ever decide to do me wrong, you will lose damn near close to your freedom and your fucking reputation, bro. I wasn't giving that money away for nothing. I knew I had something against you, right? I knew I had something against you. Your reputation and your fucking freedom. You did me wrong, buddy. You did me wrong. You could have kept it real with me. You could have kept it real with me. Oh, you was snitch though. You was snitch though. All right, let's tell that to the grandmas. Polight's scam. Let's tell that to the pregnant woman. Polight's scam. Let's tell that to all the niggas that had it less than me, that had it worse than me, and never been able to bounce back, bro. I had the knowledge I could bounce back, but some of these people can't bounce back from a Polight scam. They got no voice, so I'll be the voice. At this point, Polight's dying to be a crypto dude. This is his last because he can't pull that real estate, trust, credit line, tax lien shit. He can't do that shit no more. It's a wrap, bro. That whole system is done. And you don't know shit about blockchain. I'll tell you that. Brother Polight doesn't know shit about cryptocurrency and blockchain. And if he says he does, he's trying to fucking scam you. That's it. And that's obvious at this point. So he's on his last fucking leg, man. I can't tell you what's going to happen when this nigga fully goes broke. Fully goes broke. Because it's right around the corner, bro. The scam is on its dying leg, bro. Right? PayPal knows about your shit. Square knows about your shit. Fucking SEC knows about there's only so many avenues left, right? The last thing this guy got is like fucking social media, bro. Right? It's only a matter of time before your negative shit washes over any of the positive shit you would try to scam people. It's just a matter of time, bro. And my videos are doing a great job. That literally that fucking YouTube algorithm was my best ally. That YouTube algorithm was my goddamn best ally. How'd you find out my channel? Yo, I saw the Polight recommended video, YouTube, like check in credit. Like, so Polight attaches himself to anything crypto Rootz groups comes up. It's a double-edged sword, bro. There's no way out, bro. There's no way out. Funny that you would try to teach crypto, right? And then as soon as people search Brother Polight in crypto, it's Crypto Rootz, and it's like, wait, hold up. There's this other dude who knows more about crypto that actually Hold up. What? Fuck Polight. That's the state of that's what people are telling me. Like, no, after hearing about your experience, I don't want anything to do with that fucking criminal. I don't want to hear anything to do with that fucking criminal. Right? So it's just a matter of time, bro. Polight is such a psychopath. He just knows he's got the numbers coming in. As long as he got more YouTube, like as long as he got fresh minds to feed off of and manipulate, like a psychopath does, like a parasite does, you know, that's you know. But it only lasts for so long.
YouTube, it's your boy Crypto Rootz. Yeah, I just want to talk today. I just want to get a lot of things off my chest. Just want to give you like an update on me personally, as far as my personal life outside of you know, the whole brand Crypto Rootz. I'm actually pretty happy. I have a lot to be grateful for. With that all being said, if you saw all my other videos, watch them. But I'm in a better place now. I have a woman in my life. I live in a beautiful place, and I'm working on a really passionate career, being a software engineer. So I have a lot to be grateful for. But at the same time, I have a lot I'm ashamed of. I have a lot that I'm disappointed in myself about. I just feel so hurt and betrayed, and I feel like I've been used by Brother Polight, Michael Nowick. Who would have ever known, you know what I'm saying, that this dude is a straight up con artist? Like, it's a straight up psychopath. The whole metaphysics, all that shit is a trap. It's a setup. It's like a religion. It's like a cult that he has. It's like an online cult. He fills you up so much with so much hope and inspiration, and you feel like you can relate to him, and you feel like he can relate to you. Like you feel like, yo, he's actually like lives up to the title that he claims to have as being Brother Polight. And it couldn't be further from the truth. It really couldn't be further from the truth. This person is truly a coward. Only a coward would spend their life trying to trick and con people that trust them. Only a coward can do that. Only a coward can take advantage of people who trust you. So there's a lot of things like that I've come to terms with. There's a lot of things that I accepted, but there's certain things about this person in particular that I just can't understand, and that's what drives me crazy at night. It's like, I can't understand how you could take advantage of people who trust you, and then like consistently make a living off that, and then posting it as if you were doing it all on your own. Like, you work. Those books are plagiarized. Those cars are rented. Those houses are rented. It's all an act, and I've witnessed it personally. What kind of life do you live when that's all you do? And then not only that, you know there's repercussions. Like, you're a spiritual teacher. You know that there is a yin and yang to everything. So why are you doing so much harm to people and not expect there to be some kickback? Like, universally, like, and whether we see it out on camera or whether we see it or not, it's happening. You can't live a life like that and not expect some type of repercussion. And I know this person is tormenting in his mind. Only a sick person can consciously sabotage and betray and scam people and continue to do it. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand the mind of Brother Polight. And as much as I try to understand, it's like I'm almost trying to. It's like I'm almost sympathizing, and then I'm like, don't sympathize with this demon. Don't even really try to see where this demon's coming from. Like, as a rational person, especially now that I've been taken advantage of and understand that I was naive. I'm studying psychology. I'm studying philosophy. Like, I'm studying the depths of the mind, because that's what fascinated me about Brother Polight, was the mind. And I wanted to tell him, when I was with him, I wanted to tell him, I'm on that mind shit too. I wanted to tell him that, but I didn't say nothing when I was with him. I wanted to let him know that, yo, I deal with the mind on the heaviest level as well. He was scamming me, but I'm not even knowing it. But at the same time, he didn't realize I was taking notes about everything. He wasn't planning on that shit. Polight wasn't he was planning on setting it up where everything I did was my fault. And he would try to play it and play mind games, and it's called gaslighting. That's what he wanted to set it up where he could walk away clean, and then I would have only myself to blame for not having, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is what he consciously did, but he did not expect that I would be taking notes on every single thing about my experience and his behavior and everyone else around him, because he introduced me to everybody that had my back. He's the one that personally introduced me. He set himself up at the end of the day, because he didn't know who he was truly dealing with. And at the same time, I didn't really understand my true power until being around him. I didn't understand that what I had was actually that valuable. I can do this shit. I can do the same shit that he's doing, but actually be an honest person. Actually follow up with what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Actually take the time to study and do work. The shit that he claims he has done, he never did it. It's really like some Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X type shit. Like, yo, you inspired me, but at the same time, I find out who you truly were. I have no choice but to disconnect from you. He took the works from other people. He studied other people, and he studied Jim Jones. He studied these psychopaths, because that's the only way he can understand how to really operate this on a level where he doesn't get caught and he continues to do it. So he must have known, you know, consciously what he was doing. Anyways, there's a little child in this person, and he hasn't grown up. You're looking at a grown child when you look at Brother Polight. I got that off my chest. Now, for the most part, I'm in a better space if I turn off the Polight comments and I continue working on what I'm doing. Okay? I'm in a better space. But what really gets me is the email. I still get emails of Polight scamming more people. Every time I get an email, they tell me they can relate to me. They understand what it is to be hurt. And though I'm not even talking about money amount anymore, because all the priceless things that I've gained, I can kind of equal that with the amount of money I spend. I'm like, yo, my life is way different. It just didn't happen in the way that I thought it would be. In some ways, I can still work around. I'm still pursuing the legal thing. I'm not going to talk about that. But it's still happening. I can't let it go. It's my life's duty. I can't respect myself as a man if I just don't pursue legally. So, but I'm keeping that off camera. Now, what really gets me is the emails of people still getting scammed. And I'm like, wow, like this dude still is doing this to people who, so like it blows me and it throws me off. My lady's like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? And I just feel that, yo, like this person needs to be stopped by any means necessary. He needs to be in prison. He needs to be in prison. That's the only way you're going to stop because he's really intelligent. And that's what a lot of psychopaths, they're highly intelligent. So they slip in society. And they know how to use words. They're very professional con artists. So this person will always con people as long as he's still walking around free. That's just what it is. It's in his nature to steal and scam people. So this person needs to be locked up by any means necessary. And if I'm the one who can perpetuate that and push that closer, and because of the dollar amount, sure, so be it. I'm gonna go hard as much as I can. Now, I got an email today. Polight scammed somebody else for $2,200. This brother has a wife and a kid. He doesn't live in an urban community. It's rural. It's hard for this dude to get some bread, and he's devastated. And I know the feeling. And I can't let this keep going on without attempting to do something. I gotta do something. Me sharing my story on social media, that's part of me doing something. Me filing a federal lawsuit, that's still part of me doing something. But I still need to do something more. And it's not just to get at Brother Polight. It's to stop this from happening to anybody else that is being scammed by social media influencers on social media. This needs to be stopped. This is an issue, because just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean you're a credible businessman or a businesswoman. Just because you have people that follow you and that leave a lot of comments doesn't mean you do good business. That's farther from the truth. And social media would have us thinking that, yo, these people, they have a lot of followers and they get a lot of love, that they would be good business people and trustworthy business partners. I couldn't be farther from the truth. So we have an issue here. We have a problem. People on social media can sell their goods and services without any type of quick, rapid justification for their actions, whether they end up not fulfilling their promises or there's nothing, because they can block you, they can delete you, and then no one would ever hear that you got done wrong on their social media page. No one would ever hear that side. And the more people they scam, the more people they can block. So what they have this false reality of, with false social media page of nothing but praises for this person. So more people walk into the fire. We have an issue here. Okay? What I propose to the community, is to create some form of a social media justice league, where have you heard of the Better Business Bureau? Look that up, the BBB. Think of the BBB for social media, where if you want to do business as a vendor, as a social media influencer, you would need, or at least apply for our credibility, where you're verified by the Social Media Justice League. It could be a different name. We'll work on that later. Where if you want to sell, you need our approval, or it's better to have our approval, and you're more trustworthy with our approval because we do the research. We do the research on what type of business partner you are, the people that have done business. That's where the whole startup is that we create some form of justice on your social media accounts, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, it doesn't matter. Is that if you do people wrong, we have it all set up to let people know instantly. We're going to be talking to these social media accounts to not only report your profile, to possibly shut down your profile, get it suspended because you have been doing bad business on this platform. Because it's not just Brother Polight, there's many other people. And if you want to sell your goods and services, you're more likely to actually get more money because you're an accredited person. So if you're a victim of a social media scam, here's what we can do. I'm just letting you know, we can't force any physical type of hitman, shit. Because the legal system takes too long. It's intimidating. Most people would rather just let the scam go than try to pursue any form of actual. So we need a social media justice league. We need some sort of quicker justice that costs less and is more accessible for the people. If you, for instance, with the Social Media Justice League, if you're a victim, here's what we can do for you. We can anonymously contact the authorities for you. All right, you would send us your screenshots, your receipts, your side of the story. We'll contact the FBI. We'll contact the SEC. We'll contact the Fair Trade Commission. We'll do all that. We'll do all that on your behalf, so that you don't have to stress and you don't have to worry, and we'll do it anonymously if you choose to. It all depends what you choose to share with us. We'll handle that on your behalf, okay? We will contact the social media companies and we will directly let them know what account, what user. We'll let them know. Not only will we let the legal know, we'll let the social media tech companies know directly, okay? Even if we have to mail them a couple times. And the point is to create a strong rapport, a strong, good relationship with the legal departments. Just create a strong relationship with these social media tech companies, so that we're trusted in this process of social media and justice. We're the bridge in the gap. We'll also post a picture of the social media influencer that scammed you and the description of the scam and how it went down on our webpage. We're gonna post you as the most wanted, but we're just gonna let people know right there, stay away from these top 5 social media influencers because they've been reported as scammers and con artists. You're incentivizing influencers to do better business, and you're giving victims more of a quicker justification, a social, this person has not been doing good business, and you know what I'm saying? And obviously the system can be taken advantage of if someone does, we're gonna make it legit, like you actually been scammed, not that you're trying to do little shit or petty shit, or we're gonna take our people and we're gonna look into account, is this legitimate or not? Thank you for listening. Please warn as many people you can about Brother Polight. Show them my videos. let them know it's real. And yeah, Social Media Justice League. Aloha, take care.
Now, back to it. So, he was having me Cash App, also Western Union, Walmart to Walmart, MoneyGram, and Cash App. And I didn't know how to use it. He's like, yo, just download it on your phone, send your Cash App. So I was sending Cash Apps. I didn't know who these people were, but it was Jessica Casey, which is Raet, and then it was Nina. And then it was some other person, a dude who I wasn't sure yet. I mean, I didn't know who, but he was telling me send money. So I'm sending $1,000 here, $5,000 here, $2,000 there. So this is while I'm paying for all the tax links. This is how I got the money to him from Hawaii, was through all these Cash Apps. And he was also having me Apple Money Pay. God, man. Anyways, he kept telling me to send $1,000 to some I'm not gonna say his name, but yo, send $1,000 to this dude. Send $1,000 to this dude. Cash App or Apple Pay. And he's like, it's part of the investment. He's like, I already gave up my bread, bro. I already gave him my bread. Now, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm like $1,000 here, okay, $1,000 there. And of course, this is all for the tax liens, hotels, and everything. And come to find out later, those $1,000 were for the rental BMW rental car, the IA. I didn't even know until way after that cost $1,000 a day. It didn't click. And the guy, after I went to Mexico, I hit up the one dude who was looking out for me after I broke down was the dude he was renting the cars from, and he was the only one to really like have my back and be like, yo, this is not the first time this happens with to people who've done Polight like that. He said it happened to his boy Yada. He said Polight got his boy Yada arrested over these rental cars because Yada paid Polight the money, but Polight didn't pay the guy he rent the cars from. So the guy he got rent the car from ended up calling the police and got Yada arrested. Find out later that Yada paid Polight. So I'm thinking, whoa, like Polight just did his boy, like, wow, like I'm in deep now, like I got scammed, and this is shocking, like shocking. So I had to get that out of the way. So one time, Polight was like, yo, Cash App Nina, $300 right now. And I'm like, he's like, come on, G, you know, I already gave up the bread. So I Cash App Nina, and then he's like, yo, I sent the money. I'm like, yo, I just sent the money. He's like, Nina hasn't got the money. And I'm like, yo, I sent the money. He's like, when we're kind of like going back and forth, and I'm like, yo, like, what's her Cash App? Tell me Nina's Cash App. And Nina sent me, and it was like, it was 1A off. Nina had left her phone in Vegas, and she got a new phone in LA and ended up making the same Cash App, but add an extra 8 to her name for Nina, like Nina, and didn't tell Polight, didn't tell nobody. So I sent $300 to her old Cash App, and Cash App is irreversible. Like I had to call my bank and everything, like, nope, it's done. And I'm called Polight. Polight's like, what? And he got upset with like Nina and just like da. And I'm like, yo, Polight, I can't just like waste $300 like that, like off the he's like, no, he's like, her phone is at the office, at the Luxor, and let me get some water. At the Luxor, and she's still gonna get a hold of it, and don't worry about it, G. It's part of the investment. It's part of the music budget. So you don't worry, you'll get that back. And never got it back to this day. So I had to get that out of the way, that there's this $300 Cash App to Nina that just like that, just disappeared, burned $300. And also, randomly, he was like, yo, I need you to purchase a ticket. I need you to purchase a plane ticket for Nina's mom. And I'm like, what for? He's like, I'm going for the 1.2 million. I'm going for it. And I just want to bring Nina's mom out here to see what she's doing and see, you know what I'm saying, meet her and introduce her. Can you buy the ticket today for overnight? And I'm like, he's like, come on, G, I'm pushing. You about to get 150,000, you know what I'm saying? He's like, it's nothing. I'm like, this is like over the budget. And you know what I'm saying? And he's just like, G, I need you to get this done. And so
I bought Nina's mom's plane ticket. And yeah, Nina's mom comes out literally the next day. I'm having to pick her up, having to drive them around and whatnot. So yeah, had to pay for Nina's mom's plane ticket overnight on the fly, right when Polight asked. And he was, he would say that I'm going for it now. I'm going for it. He would just go in and out of going for the 1.2 million deal and just like randomly kind of like enforce it when he needed me to pay for shit. And another thing that threw me off, and when I first met him, and he told me about the Nina deal, I was stepping away and I overheard a conversation. And that's where I met his other mentee, and who we started sleeping in the car, and like I thought that was his bodyguard and everything. I don't know what was going on. And I'm like, oh, so you're the dude I've been sending money to. He's like, oh, you're the dude I've been getting money from. I'm like, so we're like, oh, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? And we kicked it, we hit it off right away. And we still cool. And yeah, Polight did him real dirty too. So you may hear his story from himself. Now, I overheard Polight saying that he paid for Victoria's breast. He's paid $6,000 for Victoria's breast implants. Overheard him. I couldn't even believe what I heard, and I refused to even believe it. I'm thinking like, I just like totally like, it's like almost a religion. Like I chose not to believe that was right there, right in front of my face, because I chose to, I don't know. And so that threw me off. Like, I'm just not in that world of paying for it. I was like, damn, you can't get more any superficial or LA or Hollywood than that shit. And he overheard him say he paid $6,000 for Victoria's breast. And I'm like, damn. Like, so that shit kind of just stuck in the back of my mind. Also, he lied to me about paying realtor fees. He was like, yo, G, out of nowhere, yo, G, I need you to send $500 to this person on Cash App. I need you to cash out $500 to my real estate agent for doing all the work and looking at all the different condos. And come to find out later, it was his older daughter that I sent the money to. Now, let's get into that. I think her name is Tazani. I don't know how to spell her name. I've seen her a few times. On back, on his old videos. And so one day he's like, yo, G, can you pick me up? I pick him up, drive him around. It's like, go here, go there, go here, send me the address, go here. So we pull up to this restaurant and we're sitting outside for a while. And it's just silence in the car. Polight's not talking. He's not. I just know, get the vibe like he's just not in a talking mood right now. And he knows that I never even try to initiate conversations, so that's why he keeps me around, or kept me around. So the car opens and this woman comes in the car, and I'm like, oh, okay, that must be his older daughter. And then immediately she just starts fucking yapping, talking, like I'm like, whoa, like this energy just totally switched up in this car. And so we're like driving away, and she's just nonstop gossiping and talking, and Polight's just like silent, and I'm silent, and she's nonstop fucking talking. And I'm thinking, wow, this is awkward. And so I drive apparently to her apartment, park outside. She goes upstairs and she comes back down, and she is dressed in some she's dressed like she's about to go on a date. High heels, all tight shit. And immediately I got the vibe. So, and then she switched up. She was like da-da-da-da and brought up money to Polight. And then Polight's like, let's not talk about that right now. I already told you the deal. And then she's like, so what? Like, I already brought it up. Let's talk about it. And then she just went off. Like, you told me about this, and you said you're gonna give me this kind of money, and da 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 da. She starts flipping on Polight, and Polight's like, I don't know how you don't realize how disrespectful you sound right now. And she's just like rude to him. And then I was like, whoa, like this is awkward. Like this is a really awkward car ride right now. And she was like talking to Polight as if he was a boyfriend, like as if he was a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend or something. Like the vibe did not at all seem like father and daughter. And I'm not trying to gossip. I'm not trying to bring up. Somebody else told me this too that stayed with Polight. Yo, like, what'd you think about that? How'd you think about it? Were you around that? And I'm like, yeah. Just like, what kind of vibe did you get? And I'm like, that was a little bit more than a little father and daughter. Like that seemed like actual like some like just way more than father and daughter. So that was awkward. That was awkward. Now, let me get into the crypto course and how that all come about. And like I said, I brought up cryptocurrency to Polight, out of nowhere, and started spitting game. And he was like, yo, G, like, we can make some bread. Like, we can make some money off this. Like, we can make some money off this. Like, I'm gonna shoot a course. And I'm like, yo, like, yeah, no, and he's like, yo, just follow my lead. I'm gonna show you how to make bread. You know what I'm saying? I'll hustle courses. You already know that. And just follow my lead. I'm gonna do promotions. I'm gonna do the whole spiel already. And then I'm like, he's like, yo, we're gonna do some live streams. You ready to do live streams? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm built for this. This is in me. It's not on me. It's in me. I know crypto. You know what I'm saying? So I was ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to show off, but that's when Polight put me on the live streams, and I just spit in game. And then Polight was like, whoa, like, based on the feedback people were getting, like, he was like, yo, you kind of good, like, you actually kind of comfortable, like, you can actually explain, and you know what I'm saying, like, you actually kind of good at teaching this. And so he put me on another live stream, and I just kept spitting crypto game. And so, and he was like, yo, we about to do this course. And that's when we did, we shot that video in the park with the BMW I rented, didn't even fucking know. And yeah, then he's like, yo, one night he's like, yo, I already set up pre-sales for the crypto course. Look how much money I made within the last hour or two. And it was about $600 to almost like $1,000-something within like just him out 3 hours of him posting it. People already paid for the pre-tickets for the crypto course. And I'm like, wow, it's like that. He's like, yo, so we're gonna open up a bank account together, and I'll be able to get you sales from that crypto course from the bank account, like a joint account we open up together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just down. I'm driving him. I'm following his lead. I'm following his lead. Sorry, I got eye problems. I got all types of health problems right now. That's why I got to get this out. And so, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. Like, the whole time I was ready to do the course. The whole time I'm ready to spit crypto game. The whole time I'm just there. And that's when the car battery thing started kind of happening. And I was like, yo, Polight, can you get this car battery changed? Can you get this car battery changed? He's like, why are you worried about the car battery right now? You should be worried about getting the crypto course. And I'm like, yeah, like, like totally trying to like just check me out of nowhere. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we need to, we're gonna open up a bank account today, and da 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 da. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm down. I'm ready. Nothing. Polight ends up playing just basketball. And sometimes Ed would sit there and watch him play basketball. And it was just kind of like family vibes outdoors. And I didn't want to pressure Polight about my money, about my investments, about because he was just, quote unquote, in recreation mode. And I wanted to be cool, and I didn't want to bring business into his recreation mode. But I'm stinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need showers, like, I need some more money, I got to pay Airbnb, and I'm living out his car. But I didn't say nothing to him while he was playing basketball all day, every day. Now, one time, I decided to be in a playful, I was in a playful mood. And I decided to just kind of go out of my shell, just to kind of get over things for a bit, and then joke around about playing basketball with Polight. Like, yo, Polight, pass me the ball. Like, like street ball. And I just really regretted it. And then I'm walking by after I use the restroom. Polight's like, come back on the court. Come back. I'm like, nah, bro. He's like, come on. I'm like, nah, G, nah. And he was just like, all right, whatever, And that was that. Until a day or two later, while I'm sitting in the park. This is before the manhunt. This is the night before, while I'm sitting in the park for 7 hours. Polight says he's gonna help me get a room from one of his Airbnbs. Finally, I gotta pay him $250. I get the room for a week. He's like, yo, we're gonna shoot the crypto course. We're gonna get you this room, and then we're gonna fly out to Miami. I want you to come with me to Miami. I got a house out there. You're gonna be good, bro. I understand your value. I understand what you have to bring to the table. I want you around. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make bread together. You know? And then so that night nothing came through. He said either tonight or tomorrow one of my guests will check out and you can come in. I'm sitting in the park, cold, chilling at night, and I'm like, I'm not sure this dude's gonna call me back. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying? I said maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. And I texted Amanette and I said, I didn't want to bring stress to her. He's told me I don't want to bring, and I'm thinking, I don't want to bug Polight. He already knows, like that. So I texted him and said, yo, it's kind of getting chilly here. I just said, it's kind of getting chilly out here. That's all I texted Polight. I ended up getting an Airbnb in a tent that night. Yeah, I was the only one, so I got Airbnb in a tent for like $25 a night. And then I wake up like, damn, at least I didn't stress Polight out, I call Polight, like, yo, can I still get that room? He's just like, nah, I don't know about you anymore, G. I don't feel comfortable putting money in you. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, he's like, nah, I don't know about you no more, G. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You tripping, bro? He's like, what do you mean I'm tripping? And I'm like, bro, he's like, and I'm like, you tripping, Polight? Like, calm down. He's like, I ain't tripping. Why you acting disrespectful? You acting disrespectful, through texts. And then he calls me, starts going off, yelling at me about how I texted Amanette and I didn't call him. And he's like, I have my daughter, my older daughter. I called her to ask her if you could stay at her place. You should have just called me. The guest checked out an hour after because I told Polight, yo, can you bring my luggage, bro? So Polight brought my luggage and just didn't even look at me in the eye, really. Just brought my luggage and dropped it off and went back to his hotel. So the crypto course, by the way. So now, I was on a tangent. Now, never hits me up. So I freak out about everything, and I say, Polight, I gotta end with you. At that point, I knew I still had enough Bitcoin to get out the country. So I texted Polight like, yo, I'm done with this. I'm selling my Bitcoin. I'm taking the rest of it, and I'm leaving. So I didn't know where at the time. And then the last minute, I decided Mexico because of the conversion rates, and I can get by farther off of my bread. So, and then I still have, obviously crypto to, So now he's realized he's telling people I'm broke and I'm desperate. I'm trying to get after him. I don't know. So I'm in Mexico, and I'm bitching at Polight about my money. Polight's not really talking to me, sort of like, but he's not ignoring my calls. He's kind of responding, choosing to respond. And he's like, yo, can you still do the crypto course? I've never let my fans down. I never let my audience down. I never not delivered on what my audience, you know what I'm saying? And I did live stream, and then people were like, listening to me, like, you know what, Polight, like, let's do the crypto course, man. Like, it's my brand. It's my too. I'm so passionate about teaching people, And he's like, cool, G. Like, yeah. I'm like, let's do the crypto course, Polight. I'm ready whenever you are. It's already been like a month and a half since he announced it. And how much time we got?
It's 24.
Okay. It's already been a month and a half since announced it. It's about 2 months later. I already told him I'm ready to do the course. Still doesn't ever hit me up. I get angry that I need money, Polight. Like, cash at me. I need reciprocity. I gave you all that bread. I sent that everything, bro. Hit me back with something, bro. Come on. Especially since we're doing the course together. Especially since you show me the cells, bro. Like, hit me with something. And he kind of like ignored my calls for a while. And then so I ended up in some beach in Mexico, and that's where I met my current girl. And then he ends up, I get a random text, and then I get my girl, and then I'm thinking, wow, now I got a woman, now I'm broke, or I have not the money I had, and so I'm extra just vivid angry with Polight. Give me my motherfucking money, especially now that I got a fucking woman I love in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I started threatening to go legal on Polight. I really was like, this guy fucking scammed me because of what other people are telling me. And So Polight's like arguing with me through text, and then he calls me, and I lost it. It's the first time I ever got it, and I was just like, you motherfucker, where the fuck is my money? Goddamn, you fucking lame. And I just like, he's screaming at me, we're screaming at each other on the phone. And then he's like, you know, and it just hangs up. He just hangs up. And I'm just like fucking angry. He calls me back, and I realize, let me just kind of calm down right now. I said aloha, and he was just like, called him off guard. He was like, aloha, brother. I'm offering you, regardless of what you say, regardless of the names you call me, and you want to threaten to take me away from my family, I'm offering you an opportunity to do this crypto course. I'm offering you an opportunity to make some bread to hold you down. I know you're struggling right now, and you know what I'm saying. So you do the course. You're gonna make some money with me. You know what I'm saying? We can push all this aside. I'm like, yo, bro, like I break down. You said I'm gonna get my money, bro. And I'm like, am I gonna get my money? He's like, yes, you'll get your money. I would never take another man's father's life insurance from him. I'm not like that. And then he starts like breaking down the metanetia, breaking down like Heru and Isis and Set, and breaking down like, you know, some heavy knowledge, you know. And I'm just like, okay. He said, he calms me down. I'm gonna get my bread back. He's breaking down the knowledge. We're gonna do the crypto course together. He's guaranteeing me sales, and you know what I'm saying? So I calmed down, and I was like, I don't want to go after you legally. I don't even want to fight you, dude. Like, oh, and also he's always like, he said, oh, you want to come after me? You want to try to take me away from my family? Talk to my attorney. And I'm like, and I already know Polight is legally prepared. Like, not only did he beat 2 murder cases himself by him, like, you know what I'm saying? He's got attorneys and a lawyer, and I'm like, man, he's probably attorney Shabazz. I don't know what he's done to people who's tried to go against him legally. And I'm thinking, damn, I want to do that to myself, like to him, like to myself, like I did nothing wrong. I just want my bread back. So he's telling me, I got a contingency plan for anyone I do business with. So he's saying, I got a plan to go against you if you ever try to go against me, even though he scammed me. And I'm thinking, damn, like this dude is. So I was like, I don't want to go after him legally, because I just don't have that stronghold. And Polight's a smart dude, and he's gonna know how to cover his tracks, and he never touches the money. And he told me about that. He's like, I don't touch the money. And he break down the metaphysics behind that, you know. And so he's not traced back to anything. And so I'm like, it's gonna be hard to really kind of go at him legally. Can't afford an attorney to go against him. So I'm like, yo, I don't want to go after you legally. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to, you know, tell people the truth on YouTube about why the course isn't, you know, happening. And he's like, you know what I'm saying? If you ever do that, no one's gonna believe you, and you're just gonna ruin your brand. You know, no one's ever gonna believe you, and you're just gonna ruin your brand. So I'm like, I can't go after him on YouTube. I can't go after him legally. I can't flex on him, because other people told me like they had to flex on Polight, like bustle, like, yo, I need my bread back. And Polight knows that I'm by my own. I don't come from a gang background. I don't carry guns with me. I'm not about that lifestyle. You know, I never pretend to be a gangster. You know, and so he knows he has nothing to worry about as far as me trying to flex on him. So he already knows he's good. He's good. And the only option I have left at this point is to shut up and just agree and go along with him in order to possibly get my money back. So he ends up sending, he's like, yo, I was like, I really need some bread now. He's like, all right, so out of all the about $110,000 or something like that, I get $800 back. Not $800 back. It was never from him. It was from the people that paid for the crypto course. He sent me their information. I had to call and bug them or ask them for the money for the crypto course. And they're like, all right, well, what's the details on the course? I'm like, yo, Polight, they're asking me about when is the course going to be. They're asking me. He's like, all right, tell them this, tell them this, tell them this. So I tell them that. They send me the money. And I'm like, all right, cool. I got a little money. I can move around. I can, you know what I'm saying, handle little things. And I'm thinking like, we're about to do this course. It's right around the corner. I've been ready for the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to go. Polight's going to hit me up any day. We're going to do the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't hit me up. And randomly sends me different invoices to process. And so that's how that happened. So I ended up, he only sent me 8 invoices. And I got about like $800. So and then he calms me down, and then we ended up doing that live stream where I did the MetaMask things. So we're on that video, we're kind of on good terms. But on the video, he lied on the video and I didn't say nothing. He said, why is the crypto course taking so long? Why is it taking so long? People are wondering, why is it taking so long? It's because me and my other mentee, we've been going back and forth thinking of what's the best way to go about bringing you the most powerful information. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm thinking back, man, no, he's not. Like, Polight never has applied the information I told him. Never has he opened up the Bitcoin wallet or bought Bitcoin or at least showed me, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to show Polight. I'm willing to go extra mile and teach him personally. He didn't apply nothing. And then told everyone that we were going back and forth trying to discuss the best thing to happen when he never called me and I'm just sitting there waiting on Polight to hit me up to do the course. Right? So, people started following me right after that. Oh, you seem cool. You seem like a cool dude, da 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 da, and whatever. People's really into the crypto course, and ends up happening. The course just keeps being prolonged, and 2 weeks. He's telling me 2 weeks, telling everybody 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. It keeps pushing it back. 2 weeks. How long we are? Yo, how long we are?
32.
All right, 2 weeks. And then a few people are like, yo, I want my money back. Yo, I want my money back. It's not happening. And I'm like, yo, like, I don't know. Polight keeps telling me 2 weeks. Keep 2 weeks. And this shit got so exhausting, I didn't even think this shit would happen anymore. And then he officially like let out some dates and sent some emails and something. And we ended up doing the most basic, boring, and then I told him like, yo, I got a new computer, I'm in a new country, the Wi-Fi is different, and he's like, he told me he was gonna walk me through the whole process, and he said, I was like, yo, I need time to get set up, I need you know, he threw me on live stream right away, like, I've never been like, you know what I'm saying, thousands of people, like my lady's just like, for real, like, I'm like freaking out, like, oh my God, like, how do I log in? How do I do this? And then he's like, yo, so excuse my mentee, he's new at this, and yeah, you'll figure it out eventually. I'm like, yo, you're throwing me on the spot live, bro, like, and I like having to figure all this out, and I pulled it off, man. I pulled it off, you know, and then for the crypto course, the technical difficulties didn't come out so well. And so I'm having to kind of, it was just sloppy, bro. And it was taking forever. I couldn't explain anything I really wanted to get into. I had to go at Polight's pace. And we only shot the first part of the course. And I felt bad inside. And not only did he charge $120, he was trying to charge $200. I was like, I would never charge that amount of money just to teach people about cryptocurrency. Like, this is, I want people to get this. I want people to afford this. I want the common person to afford this. I don't want people to feel alienated and not be, I want people, I'm so passionate about teaching my brothers and sisters, especially from the hood, cryptocurrency. Like, that's why I started this. That's why I did my mentors. So that, you know, later I'll tell you about that. But, so that's what threw me off. And then he wanted to put credit, insurance, and crypto all in one course. And like, he didn't tell me how he wanted to do it. Nothing. And it just seemed, I felt so bad. It's such a waste of time. And then he was like, all right, in 2 weeks, we're going to do the second part. And it just got so sloppy. People kept hitting me up. When's the course? When's the course happening? When's the course? When's the course? I'm like running out of answers. People are hitting me up. Yo, I paid Polight consultations. Polight never hit me up. I paid him $200. Polight never hit me up. People are hitting me up, dude. And I'm having to be a professional, like, explainer of why it's just not happening. And it's affecting me. It's affecting my brand. This is not the way I wanted to teach my people. You know what I'm saying? And go through this experience. It was killing me. And that's why I had to drop that video. And just when it's just all said and done, like, I'm not getting my bread back. And I had to explain the whole crypto course. Brother Polight played basketball all day. We were in a hotel room in Texas. We could have done it. He just chose never to follow up. He chose never to call me. He chose never to talk about it. He chose never to apply the information himself. And later, and then I come to realize I only got 8 invoices. There was over 50 or 60 people that I know paid for the course. And I'm teaching it. And people are telling me the only reason I got the course was to hear crypto. And I'm only got 8 cells. So he's draining more value out of me left and right. Left and right, dude. Left and right.
So I said, yo, I can't do the crypto course unless you give me like $1,200, $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got it. I know you had it. You showed me this pre-sales. I seen the people that logged into the chat, and I'm thinking I only processed 8, and there was over 50 or 60 people. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you just did me wrong.
What up, YouTube? This is Crypto Rootz. And I just want to say I appreciate all the support about my experience being Brother Polight's mentee. And this is nothing but the truth. I'm at the point where I'm already facing, I probably won't get my money back. And I'm doing whatever I can on the back end to see what I can do to get back. But he's ignoring my calls. He's not talking to me. And I've been sick within the 3 times within the last like month and a half. I haven't been getting to sleep. The anxiety it's been rough. So I need to get this off my chest so I can move forward and do positive things. Hotel investments, I forgot to mention that. Now, before I went out to LA, Polight was saying, hey, yo, I flip hotel rooms. You wanna get in on that investment? And I'm saying, obviously, sure. So he's like, all right, well, I buy rooms in Vegas or in LA, and then I flip them to wealthy clients. You could pay for the room and then you'll get a return on your investment. And so I said, yeah. So for like 2 weeks, almost every day or every other day, Polight would call me, said, stay on the phone, I'm gonna get the hotel people. He calls the hotel people. Soon as they're ready to charge, he tells me to give him my debit card information. And I do, because I'm his mentee now. You know what I'm saying? I already came this far. So I'm not even sure how much I invested. It's anywhere from $8,000 to $9,000 in hotel rooms, maybe even, I'm not sure. And I was supposed to get, later he told me I was gonna get about 16,000 back or something like that. So I was really impressed. I'm paying for rooms, expensive hotels in Vegas and the Luxor and on Dawes in LA, and it have to be a certain square footage, and he's got wealthy clients. And he told me, I'm gonna send you an itemized list of all that you purchase, all the hotel rooms. I'm gonna send you a list. My accountant or somebody's gonna send you a list. I'm thinking, dope, like something like official now, something I could get official. And I waited, and then I never got anything. And then I hit him up because he was calling me for more hotel rooms nonstop. And I said, yo, I never got the list. He's like, you never got it? I'm gonna send it. Well, I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna have my somebody at CPA or somebody send it again. And I said, okay. And that was kind of that. Like, and then it just so happened, like, so many, what he does is he just presents more and more opportunities, and then you get distracted by trying to keep up with all the opportunities. And he has, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna send this. So we already had the tax liens. I sent him money for the trust. I sent him money for the mentorship. I sent him money for the tax liens. And then I was paying on the phone for the hotel rooms, with my debit cards. And then he presented the condo opportunity. So I got a list of a few I just have a list of just these different things that are just eating at my consciousness, and I have to just let them out. So, and they're not exactly in chronologically order, but I'm explaining them best I can. So I was sleeping in I was Polight's driver 24/7, and I felt like to be in his inner circle, I had to do something to provide something, more than just my investment money. Because he's like, I normally don't invite mentees, I normally don't invite people out here, I don't even hang out with men, So I felt like being his driver was the one way to kind of just be in his circle and kind of like, just, be a part of whatever he's doing and just kind of watch and observe and, take notes. And so I was at his beck and call. I was sleeping in his car. Every time I'd fall asleep, he'd call me 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter. I had to get up, and because it was his car, remember? I was paying, and I didn't even realize it was rented. He told me it was his car. And so one night, he calls me and say, hey, G, can you meet me over here? And I'm thinking, damn. So I drive, and I'm like sleeping in the car. He pulls up, and he's got this other woman there.
and he's got like house slippers and shit. And I'm thinking, damn, like he just got done smashing. Like in my head, he just got done smashing, like no joke. And he's like, yo, can you drop her off? And I've never seen this girl before. And I'm like looking at her like, what? Like, and he's just like, yo, she lives about 30 minutes away. And I'm like, damn, man, 30 minutes away. It's like, I'm fucking tired. I'm like, all right, man, no problem. I'll do it, you know? And this chick, I'm not here to be judging no one, but as far as the woman Polight, she was not at all nearly attractive. And I'm thinking, whoa, like Polight would smash this chick? She starts smoking cigarettes in the car. I'm thinking like, yo, like, can you what? Polight like bangs chicks that smoke cigarettes? I'm thinking like in my head, like she's loud, she's talkative, and I ended up driving her over an hour and a half away in the middle of the night, 2 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to drive her. If you ever been from LA to Vegas, damn near literally on the way to Vegas, I had to drop her off. And not only that, I had to drive all the way back to get to my Airbnb just to get some sleep. And I was so upset and angry with Polight. Like I wanted to just be like, yo, I can't do this. I can't drive more than 30 minutes away. Like I you know, and I didn't say nothing. I just kept it to myself. And so a few weeks, like a couple nights later, Polight hits me up. He's like, you got an old $50 bill. And I'm like, what the what is he? He's like, I know it's odd, but do you have an old $50 bill? And I'm like, nah, bro, like I can go in the store and check to maybe see if they have an old, that's like the weirdest request I've ever heard anyone ask me. So I go and I'm asking people like, nah, we just got new $50 bills. And I'm like, Polight, like they just got new $50 bills. And he's just like, all right, whatever, bring it. And I get in the car with Polight, and he's like, yo, you know that chick the other day? She catfished me. She showed me fake pictures. She pretended to be someone she's not. It was a mentorship. And I'm like, damn, bro, I thought you smashed her. He's like, nah, no way. She paid me for the mentorship. So I went and picked her up and da-da-da-da-da. And she was just talking. And I'm like, damn, like he's like, bro, she drove me over. He's like, what? And he's like, yo, he's like, she left her wallet in my car. And she keeps calling me to get her wallet out of my car because she has her last $200. But it just so happens that my aunt asked me for some money, came in my car and went in the black wallet and took the wallet, thinking it was her dad's money, but ended up being the lady's money, right? So, and then Amanette comes a few days later and finds that woman's ID in Polight's car and like, who is this chick? And Polight's like, I don't know who that is. Who is this chick? And so he was like, yo, Amanette was tripping on me. And so he's like, yo, I gotta get this chick out of my life. Like she's I don't know, she probably purposely left her wallet in my car. And she said she left the last $200 and I need to mail her wallet with the money back. But he's like, my aunt took the money and spent it. And he's like, I'm so fucking smart. I'm a genius. I know how much money was exactly there. So he's like, can you give me a $100 bill? Can you give me a $50 bill? Can you give me a $5 bill? And I'm like, he's like, can you put in the wallet? And he's like, I'll pay you back later. But put in the wallet and can you mail it overnight? And I'm like, he's like, I need to get this off me as soon as possible. And I'm like, all right. At that time, like I'm already in too deep. So I had to give him my $155. I had to go to the post office, wait in line, pay $27 to have it overnight shipped it to her so that Polight wouldn't have to trip no more, wouldn't have to worry. I did that shit, you know? Never paid me back. Never paid me back. Now, this was towards the end of my experience with him, and I was waiting in the park because the car rental, I was sleeping in his car, and I at this point I ran out of most of my money. I gave it most to Polight, and so the car had to get took and had to go on a run. I don't know what that meant. So I was out on the streets with my luggage, and I'm like, Polight, like this, like I need a place to stay. I need a place to stay. I'm in the park, And I've been in the park. He's like, yo, I'm gonna get somebody to get you a hotel room, and you're gonna be all right. It's be cool, and da 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 da. Just wait at the park. I literally, this was the second day in the row. I didn't even tell you about the day before. I waited in the park with all my luggage for like 7 hours, right? And I'm from Hawaii. LA was super cold. I'm sitting there and it's dark at night. I'm out there, I'm like, Polight, yo. He was texting me throughout the whole day, yo, within the next hour, within the next hour, within the next hour, I'm gonna get you. And I'm sitting there and it's cold and dark at night and I got all my luggage with me. There was a manhunt. Helicopters, police, all guns coming out in the park. I'm the only one with the park. The helicopters are coming and they're shining the light on me. The police are all coming. I'm the only one in the park, black dude in LA with all my shit. And I'm like, wow, like, I'm like, I can't even move. I can't even run. Like, I'm just like total suspect right now. The lights are on me. And I take a picture and show Polight. I send the picture like, yo, Polight, like, I need to get out of here. Like they're out there on a manhunt right now. It's like, well, if you didn't do anything wrong, you shouldn't be worried about it. You da 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 da. And I'm like, whoa, like he's texting, I'm sending him the video. And he's like, oh, you're just paranoid. You're just paranoid. You're just always paranoid because I smoke weed. So he just likes to take advantage of that and say I'm paranoid. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm actually kind of keeping my cool as much as possible. So I need a place. I need a place now, man. Like I've been waiting all day. I need a place now. I'm cold, bro. So I get a text later, and he's like, all right, confirmation. Show up to this hotel and you got it, it's already paid for you, right? I still have to pay for my own Uber there. So I just slowly, as the helicopters are looking at me, I'm like slowly walking towards the street, like fuck, like walking by cops are like shining their lights on me and I'm like, you know, just like, and then I get my Uber. I go to the hotel room. So by the way, I'm paying for Nina's hotel rooms at the most expensive ones in Hollywood. I'm paying for hotel rooms over in Vegas. I'm paying for expensive hotels left and right. I'm thinking Polight, like in my mind, this was me being foolish, thinking like, yo, I'm at least get like a nice spot to stay for the night, like to sleep for the night. Nope, ended at some like kind of dirtbag like hotel and I show up to the dude, and the one was like, "Did you purchase this?" I'm like, "Nah, somebody else purchased it for me." And he's like, "No, you have to show your ID. You have to show your credit. You have to be the purchaser to check in." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" Like he was like, "Yep, that's the way we do it." And I'm thinking, "Damn, I'm almost breaking down." I call Polight. I'm like, yo, man, like they said I had to be the purchaser of the ticket to check in the room. He's like, what? They never do. He's like, they never do that at the fancy hotels. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just get me a fucking room, like at a hotel, like, you know, like in my mind. And this was like the part, this was getting that close. So he's like, all right, well, go to this other hotel over on Sunset somewhere in West Hollywood. And it's gonna only cost you $80 a night. I'll pay you back. And I'm thinking, so I had to pay for an Uber there. I show up, dirtier, nastier hotel, like than the one before. And I'm thinking, so I go and I check in, and it's an Indian couple, and they start disrespecting me. They start trying to steal my money. They're overcharging me. I told them, and then they didn't even give me a receipt. I had to ask them for, they just like were so rude to me. I go in the room, I look in the room, it literally looked like someone died in the room. It looked like it's 1970s. It was like some Jim Morrison hotel. That was the hotel where Jim Morrison said, it was old. And the room was dirty. And I broke down, man. I wanted to fucking die. I really wanted to kill myself. I wanted to die. I was like, why would this person fucking do this to me? Like, why? And why? Like, why would I? I'm alone. I'm broke, and this is what I get in return. And he's calling me paranoid. He's calling me, you know, just chill out, bro. And so that's when I broke down, and I'm lucky I couldn't find something to really hang myself from, and I cried myself to sleep. I'm driving his car around, and the battery kept dying. the car battery kept dying of the black GMC. And I had to keep getting it jumped. And he kept blaming it on me, like, you're just running the battery dry. I'm like, dude, I'm barely using it. And one time his other mentee, we were sleeping in the car with me and his other mentee, who he owes over 50K to. We were sleeping in the car for weeks together, man. It was so uncomfortable. Like, it was uncomfortable because we had to always drive everyone around. So he gave his mentee money to go buy car jumper batteries to get the car jumped. Then he told the mentee to go return it for the money back. And I'm thinking, why, in my head, why would you do that when you know the car? Just have it. It's better to have it on you. And I constantly had to go keep asking random people on the street, can you please give me a jump? And I had to keep doing it after that because I'm like, yo, can you get this car changed? Car battery changed. He invited me to the movies with his family. He's like, AJ, you want to come to the movies with my family? And I'm like, sure, bro. Like, you know, cause he kept calling, you like family now. You like my little brother. You like family now. Like, you cool. He's like, he was like, even told me I was gonna invite you to stay with us so we can work on the crypto course. And I'm thinking, damn, in the back of my head, like, that would save me money and make me, you know, like, you know. And that's the Vegas trip. That's after the Texas trip. So I'm getting that over. So he asked me to go to the movies, but I got so exhausted from just running around and driving him around, not getting sleep, that it got late at night and Polight was supposed to go to the movies and I didn't know what time. And then Amanette called me and I just was about to pass out. And I texted Amanette and I'm like, yo, I can't make it. Can you tell Polight I can't make it? And I knocked out hard. And then I woke up to my phone, Polight's just furious, yelling at me. But, you know, Amanette, say you refuse to go to the movies, and, you know, you how dare you, I paid for your ticket, and, you know, da-da-da, and I'm thinking, fuck, like, you know, and then he's like screaming at me. He's like, did you talk to me? Did you call me? Did you call me? It's like, you know, you call Amanette, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking, bro, like, I'm sorry, like I was tired, bro. I thought you had, like, I told you I haven't been, I thought you had to actually go to the movies to buy tickets. Like, and it was like, nah, bro, it's 2019. You can buy tickets online now. And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. Like, I haven't been in the movies. I don't ever go to the movies, ever. Like, you know? And it's like, all right, well, whatever. I'm not tripping. Like, whatever. It's all good. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, all right, I apologize, bro. From now on, I'll talk to you directly if there's anything that goes on. When I get to LA, also, when we went to Vegas, I had to pay for our hotel rooms to do the music studio with Nina. Somehow, some way, we come up with a hit record. I'm not gonna lie. Nina's not, I'm not just trying to like straight up disrespect her, but she's not that talented. But so Polight is writing her lyrics and kind of rehearsing. She's not a rapper, she's not a singer, she's not a dancer. But somehow she pulls it off when we get a hit record. Polight goes to a club one night. I drop all of him and his wives off, and I refused to go in the club because I didn't like the atmosphere. There was just too much homeless people everywhere, and I told Amanette and Ra'at, there's just too much poverty for me to try to enjoy myself with all this wealth around. So da-da-da-da-da, Polight hands the CD, hands the record. People like it. Apparently, that's what he tells me. So the next day, Polight's like, yo, meet me here, meet me here. So I meet him there and he's like, yo, it's unbelievable, bro. I just signed a deal, $1.2 million with Sony for Nina. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unbelievable. And he's like, I liked your vibe, bro. I liked your energy. Like, I liked having you around. And since this is what comes out of having you around, I want you to be part of this deal. We just got to shoot another song. We got to make two more music videos. And, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm gonna give you 10%. I'm gonna give you 120,000, you know, just for joining and being along and, you know, saying handling everything we need. And I'm like, wow, damn, 6 figures, like, you know, just for hanging out. And just, you know, it's my dream to be in the music industry and seeing this. And I'm like, whoa. So I'm just like caught up. And then a few days later, Polight's like, yo,
you know what, like we really grinding, you know what I'm saying? Like I like your vibe, your energy. I'm gonna give you 15% or something. He's like, I'm gonna give you 150,000. You just rock with us. I may need a little investment, like I may need just a little bit, but it's nothing. It's nothing. Like you're gonna make so much money back in return. She's like, I just need about $3,000, and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's cool, like. You know, in the back of my mind, we still haven't got the condo. We still haven't even looked at any condos. And I'm thinking, damn, like I'm spending all this money, but like I'm out here, I'm spending money to like, will I have enough money for the condo? So I'm saying, like, let's not pass out on this opportunity. Let's not pass out on this opportunity. So I give him $3,000, and he's like, oh, we're gonna buy a strip club for the night. I'm gonna pay for the strip club. We're gonna shoot the music video, da 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 da. And I'm thinking, all right, like, cool, like, you know, for sure. Now, so, and then a couple weeks later, he's like, yo, da 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 da. We're doing big business. It's gonna be big. I need $2 more $1,000. So it's like $5,000. That's it. That's it. $5,000, and you're gonna make $150,000 back. And I'm thinking, I'm in too deep now at this point. So, and he's like, I'm gonna get you to $250,000. He told me this while I'm sitting. He's like, I'm gonna get you to $250,000. You know what I'm saying? 250,000. That's my goal for you. So in the back of my mind, it's like, yo, don't ruin this opportunity with your master teacher who's trying to get you to 250,000. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that money you started off with from your father's insurance, life insurance, you're gonna make back that twice and more in return. I'm thinking, damn, all right. So we hit that $5,000 budget, and I'm gonna tell you how we hit that $5,000 budget. But it just so happens he needed $2 more $1,000 a couple weeks later, so $7,000 budget. Ended up being I had to buy Nina's clothes, thousands of dollars worth of Nina's clothes. Every time Nina went out, literally every time Nina went out, she had to have a new outfit. Had to, and she spent hours buying it. And it kept pissing Polight off because he had kept having to miss events. And we show up to the event and it's already over. And Nina's all dressed up. I'm not saying she's a slut, but she's dressed in slutty. Like literally dressed in slutty. And I'm paying for the whole thing. It's like save your receipts. That's investing, save your receipts, right? And I'm paying for all her clothes, and her clothes are just piling up. Shoes, heels, this and that. And I didn't realize at the time I was paying for all the studio time. I didn't realize I was paying for the engineer. I didn't realize I was paying for Loaded Lux. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was paying for King Los's studio because Polight invited them to get a track with Nina. And I didn't realize, and then while at the studio, he would have me, he's like, yo, G, can you run to the ATM and withdraw as much as you can? And I'm like, I can only pull out $500 like for a day. He's like, all right, pull that out. And he would have me go to downtown LA or someplace sketchy in the middle of the night because they're recording in the studio all night. And I have to, bums, fucking weirdos, drug addicts, I'm having to pull out $500 in cash by myself in the middle of the night, like in LA and Hollywood. Like, and I get back to this, I'm like, I can't do that, man. Like, I can't do that. Like, he's like, all right, G, yeah, all right. So that was the whole, and apparently later, Nina didn't even know about that he was cutting me in on the deal. And there was an argument about him and her over the money, and then they got in an argument. Remember I told you he flipped out. They had an argument over who should have more camera time. I'm not joking. Like literally, like they were so high on their egotistical attention thing, they were fighting over who should have more camera time while the production of the music album. Like, and I'm thinking, I didn't say nothing. I paid one time. Polight called me up, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, he already had the car. They took the car, and he called me up, and he's like, yo, G, you got a place I can stay. The hotel didn't work out for me and Nina. Can we stay at your Airbnb right now? And I'm thinking, fuck, like, I guess I can just, like, kind of, like, clean up my room and let them stay and I'll sleep on the couch. And then I realized there was another extra room in the Airbnb. But the owners it was already late. And I'm thinking, damn, this is so disrespectful and such a risk, but I'm gonna have to take it because this is my master teacher. So I'm saying, yeah, bro, I got a place for you to stay. I got a place for you to stay tonight. So he comes in late at night with Nina. I say, hey, you can stay in this room. In the morning, I text the owner. I'm saying, hey, yo, like, I apologize. I know I shouldn't have done this, but my mentor, he needed a place. They were like, you what? Oh my God, you know, we were gonna, you should have got kicked out last night because someone was supposed to show up at the exact same time, but you're lucky that they didn't show up. They missed the flight. And I had to like, I paid for the room. I paid for it. I'm like, and then I'm telling like Polight, I'm getting low on money. Can you reimburse me? And then Polight's like, oh, you know, something about your trust needs to be upgraded. And I'm like, all right, just put it towards the trust, man. Like, you know, put it towards the trust. And so I paid for his room. I looked out for him. I took that risk just so he had a place to stay. And I'm thinking, he's like, oh, bro, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. I could have found a place to stay. And I'm thinking like, well, then why would you call me if, you know what I'm saying? So I really, really looked out for him. And he kept saying I had to pay more money for the trust because he didn't realize how much money I was going to be making. So I had to keep paying more money to upgrade the trust because I'm going to be making so much more money.
Aloha YouTube, this is your boy Crypto Rootz. Just gonna tell you how deep I was cut, sir, you know, I'm just saying, so I can heal these wounds. I'm actually starting to just feel better talking about it. Like I never seen a therapist in my life, never, but it does feel good actually talking about this. So just to show you like how dedicated I really was to the movement. I even told him I want to be part of New Covenant. Like I want to be the agriculture officer of New Covenant. I told him that. I'll discuss that later. So I'm on my own, like straight up on my own, and I don't really have anyone. Like if I'm planning ahead, if I'm about to get a trust, I'm about to get some real estate. Who's gonna be my beneficiary? Like who can I pass the money down? My father passed me something, so what can I do to make it even bigger? And who could I give it to? And I'm looking at this time in my life, I really didn't have no one. The family I did have at the time, so unconscious, so I really had no one. So I figured I wanted to give it to someone who's young now, so that, you know what I'm saying, just to get them ahead of the game. And I knew Brother Polight had, you know, his whole family set up, you know, that in case he passed away, at least that's, you know, what he told people. I just said, hey, brother, if anything were to happen to me, can you put my aunt as the beneficiary of my trust? I'm not joking, I'm not lying, I'm not making this up. I have texts of Brother Polight saying, wow, I'm speechless. And I wasn't even trying to do it to impress him or to win any points. I literally felt like I seen the relationship, at least I've only seen the relationship he had with his daughter on camera, and there's times where it really cut me deep. I cut me deep, but it really hit me hard how much he loved his daughter, and that's what cuts me so deep. So I said, hey, can you put my aunt as the beneficiary of my trust? Me thinking that this shit's really about to go down, like this shit's for real. I'm getting my life set up, and if anything were to happen to me, it can be in the hands of my aunt, and she would at least have better education on how to manage it financially due to her father, Brother Polight. And I gotta say, like, there is no way Amanat and Ra'at, and I'm kind of thinking Nina, I'm kind of thinking not, can really, like, they had to have known this was going on the whole time. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and think it was just Brother Polight. Like, they had to have known this was happening. And that hurts me even deeper. It's like almost like a fucking setup. It's like a fucking setup, dude. Like a fucking setup. And I care for them. Like, I came with such an open heart chakra the entire way. And that's why I think I just gave it all till I had none. Just because I don't know. I wasn't around black people for the last. You know what I'm saying? I was so happy to be, or so almost. I felt almost maybe a false sense of love, and that I was around black people, conscious black people, brothers and sisters, and especially like Brother Polight, that quote unquote, I would say the head of the conscious community, and I got taken advantage of, unfortunately. So I hold them just as responsible, and I feel like I should go. I'm going after them all responsibly, because they had to have known about it, and the money went through them. Every time I drove Amanette around, she always had to stop by a bank. She always had to stop by a bank. I don't know, and I don't know what I don't have no idea whether she was depositing money or whatever, but that was always part of the plan, was stopping by a bank whenever Amanette was in the car with me. I'm just trying to be so respectful of people's space and time and everything that I'm not questioning nothing. That's what I'm saying. I hold them just as much as responsible. And let's get into this Texas trip. Okay. This is while the car battery thing was happening, right? So that's the precursor. I told the other story. So this is literally in that, and this leads to everything else. So the car battery thing kept dying, Polight even buys it, then has the mentee return it for the money, and car battery still. So Polight's at the basketball court one day. I'm sitting in the car as his driver in my home. And he's all dressed up. He's not playing basketball. He's all dressed up and like he's about to go to like a show or something, he's all dressed up, but at the basketball court. And he's like, All right, G. So big shit's happening. I got a few deals going on over in Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a boxing match. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we all about to go. You can come. And I'm in my head, I'm like, there really is no other or, bro. Like, I'm sleeping in your car, I'm your driver, you have all my money, and so yeah, but I didn't say yeah, I just said whatever my master teacher wants, I'm down, I told him that, whatever my master teacher wants, I'm down, I'm just gonna whatever opportunities come your way. You seem like you're always including me, so I'm just gonna keep going, because I feel like, so I didn't say that, but this I'm thinking, let's just go, man, let's just go. So, because I had no other choice really. So they had to go across to the back to the hotel and and I didn't know. First of all, few things happen. As the time's getting ready for them to leave, for us to leave to Texas, I try to start the car. Dead battery. I'm like, wow, Polight is about to flip the fuck out on me. I've already been through this, and I'm already know this is Polight is about to lose his shit on me. All right, for the 10th time, try to find another jump ASAP, because Polight's got somewhere to go for business. And I text Polight. I'm like, yo, Polight, the car battery died. He's just like, come on, G. And I'm like, yo, I'm like, bro, I'll get it fixed as soon as I can. I apologize. I swear I didn't leave it on. I'm getting the jump right now. I was like, all right, and because it was time to go. So I don't know what happened, but I obviously got the car jump from someone. And I pull up and I'm like, yo, I got the car jump. She's like, all right, just leave it running, because we got a trip to go on now. So I'm thinking I'm going to just pull them up and they're going to hop in the car. No, they're literally moving everything out the hotel. Everything. Bags, everything. And I'm just organizing, stressing, trying not to have Polight yell at me about, yo, don't fuck up my shoes. Watch out for my, my Versace's and shit. Yeah, no, I'm just like, just don't fucking yell at me, dude. Like, I really got the car running, bro. Like, you know, I'm just like, I didn't say that, I'm just like feeling that way. And, so we managed to get everything. And there's always like Nina stuff and like Rottette stuff and Annette stuff, like my stuff and everybody's stuff in the fucking car. All of us, you know? And except Nina, just her stuff is there that I bought. All right, so, and then I drove to the storage unit. They got to drop off a bunch of shit in the storage unit. And I go, and they got a bunch more shit in the storage unit. It's just like so much shit. They got different storage units, and I'm like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just shit just stacking up, man. I'm like, this is nuts, man. Because I don't like having a lot of shit. Like, I live out of my suitcase. I travel. I just don't like owning a lot of possessions because they weigh me down. Like, I just like being able to move. So I'm already like, you know, whatever. I'm helping. I'm assisting the best I can and having the best attitude possible, because they got Polight's got that fucking Brooklyn fucking rough ass fucking look on his face half the time. So I'm not even, you know what I'm saying, you know, I just don't want to step on anything, you know. All right, so we drive to Texas. Now, I drove, Polight drove. And then, you know what I'm saying, and we're actually trying to get there really fast, and because we got a lot of time. The boxing, we're trying to. It's tight, so we're trying to go as steadily as possible. Just so happens later in the trip, I don't know, we're like in Texas by now, and like maybe like 2 hours away from Houston or something like that. And the boxing match about to start. Polight's like itching, like wants to be there, and I'm like, He pulls over. We pull over. I'm not sure why, because Polight's driving at this time. Pulls over, and I don't know if it's the switch or get out, use the restroom, or whatever. Pulls over to go maybe look at his phone. I don't know. Turns off the car. We sit there and then, you know, discussing. I don't know what happened. Turns on the car, but the car pushes the button, but the car nothing turns on. Nothing. Not even the lights. And he's like, what? And he's like, fuck. And he's like, yo, G, can you go ask around for a jump? And this is cold outside. It's snowing. We went through a snowstorm. It was the first time I ever seen snow. Facts. First time I ever seen snow was going through this Texas. So I'm like, yo, no problem. And there's no room really outside, just truckers. It's like the fucking desert. Excuse my language. It's like the desert in Texas. You know, so I'm already used to asking random people. This is my job now, is asking people for jumps. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And no one can. So we end up getting I end up getting a truck driver to come give us a jump, right? So the truck driver comes, they get out, you know, they're already used to it, know what to do, and they're like, it's not your battery, bro. It's not your battery. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, look at it. It's like the timing belt or something. That shit came off, and there's like something over here. You got a drip in over here, and yeah, and your battery's still fucked up, you know. But he's like, it's definitely not your battery. And I'm go to Polight. I'm like, yo, they're saying it's not the battery, bro. And he's like, what? It's like the timing belt. I show him pictures. It's like, damn, like, all right, we stuck. So, you know, we had to sit there for a while, and we ended up having to call the tow truck driver to tow truck, but all the cars packed were all there, and I was in the car with Polight, and he ended up, I don't know if you saw that Christian crazy woman about get out you demon, and if you've seen that crazy Christian video, but when he first found out about it, before he posted it, he must have watched it like 100 fucking times in the car. It was driving me fucking crazy. It was driving on my neck. It was like, yo, Polight, like chill it on the video. He's like, yo, I can't believe this shit. And just kept fucking playing. I'm like, yo, dude, stop that shit. It's driving me fucking nuts. I get it. Like that shit was like driving me nuts. He like had to keep playing that video. I was like, that's weird, man. Just stop playing it. So, and I'm not like trying to, but like that shit really did kind of drive me crazy though, because it was just like, please, like be respectful, like there's other people in the car, and it's like on full blast. You have to listen to it like an hour, like over, So we end up getting there's a GMC somewhere. Fucking just somewhere in the middle of nowhere. If you heard of Midland, Texas, literally it's like just middle of nowhere. And yeah, we end up illegally, and I don't even want to say that, but we ended up getting everything and everyone over there all at once without having to, you know what I'm saying? It's just so yeah, so then there's a hotel across the street, and that was like the only. Oh, so here's the thing. This is what really cut me. I was so used to sleeping in the car, and I had to drive a long time, and I just really wanted a bed to sleep in. And Polight said, yo, I got you on the night, I got you, you know what I'm saying? And based on I'm not really trusting what he's saying at this point. All he's saying, you know what I'm saying? And it's always vague, you know what I'm saying? And I really needed to really know, can I sleep in a bed tonight, and not have to sleep in the car while you guys sleep in the hotel. Like I had to confirm that, right? And the fact that I had to confirm that, I already knew I wasn't comfortable. So the fact that I had to actually ask him, and when I did ask him, he just gave me the most like, just like, I already told you. And I'm like, sorry, man, I just wanted to make sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. He just like went back to his phone, right? I was like, damn. Well, at least I know now. At least I know. So we end up going to the hotel across the street, and it's Saturday. It's Friday. It's Friday night, I think. Yeah, it's Friday night. I think. Yeah, man. Yeah. So they only had the rooms. They only had certain rooms available. They booked 2 rooms. But Polight didn't want to use his hotel points, and he was kind of being. They were arguing about using hotel points on the net, and should I use it? No, I don't want to use mine. You use yours, and I got better. I could do better upgrades on my. He just like didn't want to use his free points or something to get waste on that particular hotel, right? So we just got two rooms, and it's him, Amanat, Ra'ad, and my in one room, and then I get my own room, because I'm already like, yo, like I ain't about to sleep in no way, like, so I get my own room. I'm exhausted. It's been how long since I had a nice bed to lay in with a room of my own. Finally lay down for about 45 minutes. I'm already ready to go to sleep. I get a text from Polight saying, yo, bro, I'm gonna need you to come sleep in the room with me and Amanette, and Ra'et and Mayet's gonna sleep in the room. And I'm like, wow. Wow. All right. All right. So I go in the room with them, and then Ra'et and Ma'at, it's not a double bed. It's a tiny couch, old spring couch, and they're like with the nastiest look on their face, like out of my way, like I'm going to your room, like, you know, like I ain't sleeping on this, like right, you know, they're like peace to your your room, and then Polight's like, yo, you can sleep on that tonight, and I'm like, wow. Wow, bro, like you can't even like not afford just give me my own fucking room after driving, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. So yeah, I slept on that. Uncomfortable, obviously uncomfortable. I didn't say nothing. And then Polight misses the, you know, boxing match, so he's watching reviews and da on his phone. He just like, you know, totally don't fucking talk to me zone, like just fucking, you know. I get it, I understand. Everybody's frustrated. It's not a comfortable situation. I understand that my attitude, you know, could affect things real easily, and I don't have much to fall back on, so I just need to shut the fuck up and mind my business and just do whatever Polight says at this point, so we can get through this, you know, as peacefully as possible. You know, so I already knew my role or place in that situation. So the next day goes by. We think the dealership's going to be open. They're closed on the weekends or something, right? And we forget that we're so convinced that they'll be open the next day and go and open the next day. I mean, it's Sundays and they're closed. So it's just even more frustrating. We're stuck there, you know? And I'm not saying they couldn't afford it, but I actually bought everyone food, like multiple times, like, you know, $50, $60, and I bought vegan food for us. I looked it up, and I don't know what, it was almost like this cancer motherly instinct was just to keep looking out for them, you know. And I bought everyone food, and I just was giving, and I just made sure that it was all vegan, it was all healthy. Even it was like Uber Eats. And we're in the middle of Texas, there's nothing healthy around there. There's one place healthy, and I'm making special orders and just getting it delivered to the room and picking it up, and just bags of vegan food, and I don't know why I did it. I did it, man. I don't know why I did it. I don't know if I wasn't really trying to, I just wanted to look out for them, you know, because I felt like they, I don't know. I felt like they were looking out for me, you know. So, all right. So, yeah, we ended up, the car, it was a lot of drama back and forth, obviously, with the car owner. I didn't know. And, you know, Polight calling back. They're calling back and guaranteeing this, and the dealership. And then eventually we get in the car. and we started driving back. Started driving back home. And Polight's like, it's probably spiritual. It's like all spiritual. Let's just try to see the best in this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to be, I'm not, you know, not everything they ate, I would have ate. Let's just say that, you know, not everything. And that's where I'm going to say it, because there's several times I had to drive our ex to fucking Carl's Jr. and shit late at night after a club and shit, to get, you know, some Beyond Burgers, and like just some diet habits, like totally, like I'm already grew up. I'm an organic farmer in the jungle, like I'm eating, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that's what Polight and that's what they eat, and you know, it's like kind of pick and choose sometimes, I guess, you know. But I just was like just really strict, because I thought like I would be around like really strict vegans, and I lived around really strict vegans, so I just had a different perspective of, you know, what, you know, everyone's different. I'm not here to, and that's what I'm saying, I'm not here to judge anyone, and that's why I'm just saying, like, yo, this,
this person's human. Like, at least I'm trying to justify his actions in my head. He's just human. He comes from a rough background. I already know he comes from a rough background. I already know he, you know, but I felt like there was a bigger message. And so I'm trying to convince myself to justify everything that I'm seeing and hearing and experiencing. And so, here's the thing. It's him and Sarnetta. All right. That's some, I don't know what the dynamic is, but it I don't know, you can't put in the words, because they really don't like each other, but they actually kind of like always stay in touch, and they're always back and forth, but it's like they're friends, and they're friends, but then they like really vicious, like, and like, you know, and like, but they're cool again. It's just weird, him and Sarnetta. So I'm hearing a conversation. So it's on, you know, it's late. The speaker's up, and then so he's having a conversation with Sarnetta. Sarnetta calls him, and here's the thing with Sarnetta. I'm not here to gossip. Sarnetta, you know what I'm saying, you were one of the next. You and Brother Polight woke me up into consciousness. Your video. So I'm not here to talk shit, but I'm here to just, you know, Sarnetta calls Polight and pitches him ideas of debates and wannabe topics and everything, just so Sarnetta can get some change. He literally said, yo, Polight, I need some change. I need some change right now. Means I need a controversial video that'll bring me a lot of views so I can get that revenue. That's exactly what that means, and I'm not bullshitting. He would just call Polight, I need a little change right now. I need a little change. He starts pitching ideas at Polight of what kind of work Polight up and what kind of debate. Like Polite's just like, nah. You know, and he's like, all right, like trying to bend things and toss it. Well, he said this and he said that, and they're just kind of like, all right, well, you know, like, and they're like totally planning it, and then they're like and then they like on camera, it's so odd, but I thought that was weird. So they set up the Christian debate to be in like Brooklyn, and then they start arguing over like money, and that's what they're always fights is like Sarnetta's trying to take more money from Polight, and Polite's like, why are you trying to take more money from me? Like, you don't even do anything. I'm the fucking star, like, you know. So one time it was Sarnetta, Polight, and they were talking about, you know what I'm saying, doing an event, and then the controversy was about the money, and whether Polight wanted to, you know, you know what I'm saying, and then it was just like the money issue, what they started fighting. And then somehow I know I'm just giving it all up at this point. I'm just like giving it all up. But it was crazy because and Sarnetta started talking shit out of nowhere. And they just started acting like, you know, fuck you nigga. I'm gonna come to your house right now. Like all like literally acting like they're about to kill each other. And I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. We're really witnessing two 50-year-old dudes, like, and I'm in that Polight, we're like cracking up, like they're going off on each other, ready, you know, you fucking faggot, you da 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 da. Ankh and Sarnetta, like, you know, talking shit, and they hang up, and then Ankh calls Polight, and then we hear Ankh's story, and then immediately Sarnetta calls Polight, and then we hear Polight's, because Polight's the mediator at this point, and then Polight's like, yo, I'm gonna get him back on the phone, and then immediately you're like, yo, you were kind of acting like a bitch. No, bro, you acting like a bitch. Well, you know, da 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 da. And they're like, I was just playing. I was just playing. And I just started dying in the backseat. Like, they were just about to fucking kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Calling each other faggot and da da da, you know, and talking shit and bringing up each other's past. Now they're just like, nah, I'm just kidding. And they're back to buddies again. It was like, wow, like, this is some immature shit I'm fucking witnessing right now. You know, and I'm not here to talk shit. I'm telling you what I experienced and witnessed, and what really blew me away and realized, yo, all this shit is fake, yo. Like, all this shit is fake. This conscious community shit is like fake as shit. And that's the killer. And I never really choose to believe that, and now I actually experience it. I'm telling you, this shit's fucking fake, man. That shit's fake. So I had to. That was had a lot to do with the Texas trip. Now, sorry, give me a second. Now here's the thing with my eye. I really care for her. I really do. No matter what, I still think she, you know, based on the lifestyle that her father and family lives, she doesn't actually have like any real friends, and I found that out, and that hurt me, because she's at that crucial age where you have the most memorable times of your life with those friends at that age, and you need to be settled. Like for kids to make, like, I'm thinking, damn, she's missing out on all that shit. Wow, like, and she's hanging out in such a mature environment or by herself. I'm like, yo, she's not really socializing or picking up those extra social skills that kids would be if they just were settled in their environment and hanging out with their friends normally. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I can say. I was like, yo, that's a trip. That's a trip. Like, damn, I feel bad for this young girl, that she don't actually have like a group of friends or strong friends. She's like out there, and her best friends are all older people that she meets randomly in the park over dogs. And I don't know everything about her life, but at least that's what I know and saw and experienced. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying nobody's a bad father, he's a bad father, nothing. At least I would never say that. I would never go that far, no matter, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not like that. But that's, I don't know. I would that you miss out on so much as a child that way, just constantly moving and never having that to settle. So that kind of yeah. Anyways, so later towards after I didn't have the vehicle for a few weeks, and this is right before I hit the park. And I'm trying to rent another car from Polight, and it's going to cost. He gave me, I'm giving you a discount. G. It's going to cost you $650. You can get the car for a week. It's going to cost you that, right? And I'm thinking, I'm ready to get. You know, what I'm saying, I'm ready to get back in the vehicle. I got friends I want to hang out with. I got things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I paid him, and this was already when I told him, like, yo, my bread's getting low, like. And so I paid him $650. I already know, you shoot me in the head. All right, I get it. And then, so here's the thing. Come to later, he tells me later that day that the people he rented the car out to got into a car accident, lied about it, and the mechanic's calling him and saying that the Polight owes the mechanic money. So Polight's like, yo, that car just got in the car. Literally the show. He's an Academy Award actor because he made it seem like, yo, this is seriously what happened. And he's a sociopath. That's what sociopaths do. I'm studying this now. Like I'm getting it, and this is what sociopaths do. And so he made it seem like it was this big fiasco. He had a deep explanation. He had to go pick it up to the mechanic, and then he's like, yo, it should be fixed by the time to maybe a couple days from now from the mechanic. I gotta go pay him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'll get you that car. You know what I'm saying? And then so like 2 days later, like, is the car ready? Is the car is like, yo, bro, I'm on my way to Vegas. I had to drive the car to Vegas. The mechanic wanted to charge me too much money, so I get a better deal from the mechanic all the way to Vegas. I'm thinking like, damn, that's like a lot of extra energy and time just to get like how much of a discount. It must be a big discount because he's driving to Vegas to get the car fixed. So I don't know what happened. Yeah, I never got the car because so many things came up and so many distractions, but I had to bring that up. So, now here's the thing. Sort of in the beginning, towards somewhere, Polight said that he's like, your bank account's funny, G. Your bank account's funny. You know, some transactions are getting my account paused up. Like, some transactions aren't, you know what I'm saying? Something's up with your bank, yo. You causing my bank problems, right? All right. So Polight says, pull out his phone, kind of showing me things. I'm not sure what's going on. And he's like, yo, this transaction's not going through, and this transaction's not going through. It's pending. I already tried to follow up on it. It's, you know what I'm saying? So did you do anything? Are you doing something with your bank? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in my family thinks you're kind of sketchy. Everybody thinks you're doing something kind of funny. And I told him, nah. I told him, nah. I believe in this cat. No, this dude had nothing. You know, this dude was just sleeping on the beach. And it's like, nah. So I told my family, you good, G. I believe you. I believe you, G. So whatever you say, I'm going to believe you. I'm spiritual. So whatever karma happens, like, he did the whole spiel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to think, if you choose to lie to me, that's up to you. I'm going to believe you no matter what you say, right? I'm like, honestly, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, yo, even my website, people can't buy things from my website right now, and da-da-da-da-da. Also, there was a Wells Fargo, so during the Texas trip, his daughter calls me, yo, the Wells Fargo shut down or something, the bank account's frozen. He's like, damn. So, come to find out later, Polight, all right, so here's, yeah. So he brought that up, that shit, something was going funny, and everybody in his whole family thinking it's me, and I'm thinking, whoa, I thought they were nice to me in the face. Now they're like, everyone thinks I'm sketching in the background. I'm like, yo, this is, you know. And he's like, nah, they you know, my wife really cares about you, and I think you're a good guy, and I know you wouldn't do something like this, you know. So, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Brother Polight were broke in LA for a good week or so. I couldn't access my funds somehow. You know, he couldn't access his funds somehow, and he admitted to me. He admitted to me that, you know, it's rough right now, and I'm thinking, what the fuck did I just get myself into right now? I am broke with my mentor, spiritual master, sitting in his i8 BMW, and wow.
Aloha YouTube, this is Crypto Rootz, and I'm in Guatemala, and it's like my first time in Latin America. Physically I'm feeling better, spiritually I'm feeling better, you know, and I don't care what anyone says. I feel better talking about this. And I just want to get the rest of this off my chest so I can just stop posting these videos. So when Polight first hit me up, he was very specific about his words. Okay? He said, according to so-and-so, like a magazine or some publishing, that my net worth is $3-point-something million. And my response was like, because I already knew that. I mean, at least I knew that that's what online it said. But who knows how much he could have? At the time, I'm thinking he probably has more than that, and that's an underestimation, you know. But when when we talked on the phone, he said according to so and so. He never said this is how much I have. He said according to so and so magazine or whatever, my net worth is worth $3-point-something million. Right? I had to mention that because he told me that when we first spoke, right? So you got to understand, in the back of my mind the whole time I'm going through this, like, yo, if your net worth is $3-point-something million, like, let me see some results, or you know, not even let me see, like, prove it to me, but like, let me see the results of my investments coming back. And you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not who am I to judge a man? I don't know what is liquid and what is not, and how fast you can, you know what I'm saying? Those are just an accumulation of different assets and stuff. You know, I understand not everything is going to be liquid, you know? So, that, I just want to make that clear, that he said, he was this, according to so-and-so, this is my net worth. He never said that this was my net worth himself. So fast forward to when I don't have a car, and it's just kind of right before I hit the park. He already knows I'm low on my bread. I gave him so much for cars. I didn't see nothing, but you know, it's downhill fast. And this is within that same week. He kept asking me,
yo, can you get Raed an Uber? Can you get Raed an Uber? Can you pay, basically, can you pay for Raed's Ubers? And Raed would just wanted to go to the gym or go to Starbucks or whatever. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not sure I can do. He's like, yo, it's only $8 or $7, bro. It's only $8 or $7. What's the problem? She just cash app you, you know what I'm saying? Another day, no problem, bro. Da, da, da. So he's got me in his whatever sociopathic lock. And so I'm paying for Raed's Ubers to just the gym or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I'm like, yo, this shit is... I mean, I said that so many times in my head, but I'm like, this is some dirty shit, bro. This is some dirty shit. You paying... I gotta pay for your wife's trip down the street or up the street. Because first of all, Raed don't have a driver's license. Raed don't know how to drive. And yet she pressuring me, making fun of me, telling me to hurry up and how to drive in LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even Nina too. Like, even Nina too was just giving me attitude when I was driving around because I couldn't get exactly what you know what I'm saying? Polight was giving me a hard time, like not making U-turns or like just jump in front of the car. Gee, there was one time I almost got in a big accident with Polight in the car because I you know, and he's like, you hesitate too much. Just do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it and we'll be fine. But you hesitated and that's why we almost got in an accident right now. Man, I'm so stressed out being Polight's driver. Yo, he had me paying for Raed's trip to the fucking gym or to Starbucks. Just like tiny little places, yo, $6, $7, $8 out to, you know, Uber. Why you tripping, bro? So you gonna cash app you, like you good, you know? Alright. So this whole time I'm with him, there's no visual or anything of guns. There's nothing. No mention of a gun. Nothing. Now, one thing, he always had this black Louis bag, but it was the bag. But I'm aware that that's the bag, and I'm not sure what's in the bag. I never touched the bag, but it was always the black Louis bag. So I'm thinking, yo, that's where, I don't know, in my head, that's where he keeps the bands at. That's where I don't, you know, I don't know what's in the black Louis bag. That's it. But I'm making it aware that every time I'm with him, there was always the black Louis bag that he, you know what I'm saying, he had to bring. Now, I was pretty much invited to like everything by Polight, but there was very few times that I was specifically not included. And it was specifically his other mentee was included. They always like, yo, we gotta go for a run tonight. We gotta go for a run tonight. Maybe his other mentee can come out and explain it, but I never knew and I never asked because I knew specifically Polight was not inviting me. And it was always a late night, and they always had to stay up kind of late night. And so he had to drive Polight. I don't know what was the deal. I was thinking, yo, that's Polight's bodyguard. They doing some big moves with money. They, you know, in the back of my head, maybe Polight's kind of doing something illegal and don't really want no one to know about it. Who knows? I'm not here to say here that, but those are very few times that I was specifically not invited. And there's times like I'm hanging around some admitted like actual like killers, and Polight too. Polight's caught a few bodies. I've heard shit from Polight about Polight that, and I'm not gonna be gossiping about what I did or didn't hear, but I know Polight's got bodies under him. Whether he beat the cases or whether it never even got to a case. So there's times I'm hanging out with official murderers who like that's just what in their past. You know what I'm saying? Whether they did it legally or illegally or got away with it illegally or did it whatever. That was something to just keep in mind. It was nothing for me to like. I didn't feel afraid or I didn't feel any fear. It's just a reality that I had to acknowledge that I'm hanging around with killers. At least people who have done multiple murders and are actually still out on the streets right now with me in the car. So that's something I had to keep in mind. Fast forward, I tell you about the time I went to get the Airbnb in the tent, and then I woke up the next morning and Polight flipped out on me, right? During the flipping out, he brought up himself. He was like, you may not be used to my kind of energy as a man. You may not be used to my kind of energy as a man. He was like, you don't understand what I got to go through. You don't understand. I care. You know, there's guns around me. I got guns, and I'm in charge of, I'm not in charge, I'm kind of like the leader of other men who's got a bunch of guns. So I'm always, he's like, I'm the dude. Like he's like, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, my energy is just on a different level when there's, you know what I'm saying? Resistance or something. You know what I'm saying? Adversity. He will, you know, that's how, like, you know, so he's like, I respond to adversity a little different. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to like kind of calm, you know, explain why he flipped out on me and why I'm just not on his level. And he definitely mentioned, yo, there's guns, there's guns, and then other people with guns, and I'm kind of like the leader or whatever. So I'm thinking, first of all, I'm with him the whole time, no mention of guns whatsoever, or even any scene. And then he brings that up later, like, yo, like, it's for real, I'm kingpinning, and I got goons everywhere. You know, like, he kind of like pretty much kind of hinted that, you know. That was that conversation. Basically, that was kind of just like, you're not used to my kind of energy. Fast forward, I'm in Mexico. I'm bitching at, going at Polight, bitching at him, just getting angry. Now I'm starting to threat legal. Now I'm hitting Polight and like, what's up with my bread? What's up with my money? And he calls me because I threaten. Like I said, he only picks up when I threaten to go legal. He calls me and he's like, you don't know what I've been going through. You don't know what I've been going through. Something. I just got it. He's like, I just found out my dad had cancer. So I was visiting my dad. He had cancer. And I'm just like, you kind of stole my father's life insurance, bro. Like, I know what it is for like your dad not to be in good health because mine just fucking died. I didn't say that, right? He's like, you don't know what I've been going through. He brought up that he found out his dad had cancer and then he had to go to New York or whatever. It could be real, it could be a lie, I have no idea. And then he was like, just yesterday, he was calling me on the phone, just yesterday I had a death threat. I had another death threat, you know? And he's like, it's nothing to me. It's nothing to me, I ain't afraid of nothing. I ain't afraid to die, you know? So he was just like, he's like, I thought you had something to do with it. He straight up told me this. He said, I thought you had something to do with my death threat. I have, throughout this whole time, not once did I mention threatening him physically. So he straight up said, I thought you had something to do with my death threat. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, so the guy, he's like, so I texted the guy who said he was going to kill me or whatever. I texted him the address of where I was going to be at. And I told him to meet me there. And he's like, I had all my folks waiting for him. He told me he had his folks waiting for the dude that was going to come and kill Polight. And he's like, the dudes I got are some of the baddest top bodyguards in the whole nation. It wasn't even the other mentee, or I don't know. But he was just like, the bodyguards and people I got are some of the roughest fucking killers out there. It's like, you know, they under me. I'm thinking, all right. He's like, yo, the dude never showed up and da-da-da-da-da. But he's like, I'm always prepared. It ain't nothing. I'm not afraid. Anybody wants to come at me, I give them the address of where I'm at and tell them to meet me there. And I'm like, all right, I mean, yeah, I guess I've seen you kind of do that on live streams or whatever, you know, like, but I had to mention that. He thought I had something to do with the death threat. Now, so I told you I'm hitting up the dude he's got the rental cars from. I'm hitting up a few people and everyone's kind of saying the same thing. There's a reason he's keeping you around. He could have just took your shit and left and blocked you and done. But there's a reason he's keeping you around. And I'm like, yo, you're right. But what is that reason? Because it's not the money. I don't have money. And I'm like, it's not exactly the type of crypto knowledge, because either he obviously showed he really didn't care about it. And I'm not sure. That's what's driving me nuts. Why is this guy keeping me around? Why is he keep telling me I'm getting my money back and then keeps prolonging? And that's what's the insanity, is he kept saying, I'm going to get it back and stretch it out. I'm going to stretch it out. You know, and he kept, you know what I mean? He kept stretching it out, and I'm thinking each time, each week, every other week, I'm about to come up. And I don't. And it just really throws me off vibrationally, especially since, you know what I'm saying, I got a woman now, and I'm paying for me and her and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I was taking care of us, you know? And people kept saying, there's a reason Polight's keeping you around, bro. Now the dude was like, yo, this is what you need to do. Because this is before I go back to Polight. This is, all right. So I'm on this dude side. I'm real like, yo, he told me about the Yada thing. And I'm like, yo, I just for real got scammed by Polight. And he's like, so this is what you need to do, bro. You need to still continue to be cool with Polight. But you need to file for investigations in the background. Act like everything's cool when you talk to him, but start hitting the investigations in the background. And you know what I'm saying? And just milk it until you figure out what's the next move, right? And so that's what I did. I filed disputes. I called up my bank to figure out what I need to do to dispute the charges. I filed a SEC file complaint or whatever, investigation fraud. I hit up Stripe because that's who he did. It's like your merchant scammed me. So I was going for it, and it just so happens that Polight gets back in my head. He gets back in my head from a conversation. And then I calm down. I'm thinking, nah, he wouldn't do this. Like, it's literally like a mind fuck at this point. So Polight's back in my head, and I leave homeboy alone. I stop talking to him, and I go back to being cool with Polight because he got back into my head. And so I started getting responses from the Stripe and the SEC. Like, a cop called me. I know it was a cop because he addressed me by my full name. He sounded like a white man, and it's just like, you know. And so basically with Stripe and the SEC or whatever, those, because they contact me sooner. I called off the investigation. I said, no, I thought I got scammed. But apparently I didn't. I was mistaken. I just want to call it off. So I guess that's kind of how that went, right? And then I called it off, and I'm back to trusting Polight again. Okay. So now, at this point, this is like right before the announcement of the crypto course date. At this point, I'm thinking, even though I'm cool with Polight again, he don't really give a shit about me. This whole time, he hasn't sent me any fucking money. And the only money he sent me was from the invoices. Then I had to ask him, like, yo, you got some more invoices because we about to do the course. Yo, hit me with some more invoices. Only got about 8. He's like, all right, G, I'm gonna hit you back with some. It never did, right? And I'm thinking, this person really don't. Why would he let me suffer? Like, why would, you know? This is third or fourth time. I'm like, yo, why would this dude let me suffer like this? Like, you know, I didn't tell him I was hustling in the background. I tried to make it seem like I had no money, so he would have some sense of urgency to help me. But there was no urgency whatsoever to help me. So I'm thinking, this is where I'm giving up. Finally giving up on this dude. He doesn't give a shit about me. It's just this. I don't know what this guy's into. I don't know why he wants to have me around. He don't even call me when he said he's gonna call me. He said he's gonna do this crypto course. So I'm about to give up fully on this man. Right? This is in Mexico. So the day of the crypto course, the day before, like 4 or 5 hours ahead, I still haven't heard nothing from him. We still haven't discussed what we were going to discuss on the course. Nothing. I'm freaking out. I'm like, this dude's just going to bail on the course, and everybody's hitting me up right now, and we didn't even go over nothing, and I took people's money, and like, fuck, man. I even told him earlier, I was like, yo, you sending me invoices. I'm thinking you trying to set me up, bro. Like, you're gonna, you know. And he was like, nah, I can see how you see that, but I wouldn't do that. That's what he said. I see how you can see that. And I'm like, well, can you send me a list of people that pay for the course, just so I know I'm getting a fair amount of sales for the course? She's like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm gonna send you a list, no problem. Never got the list. So I hit him up. I'm like, Polight, I'm ready. Like, Polight, like, you know. He's like, why you freaking? He finally texting me back, why you freaking out? I'm like, Polight, I ain't never shot a course. Like, it's about to go live. Like, you know, I'm freaking out. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Like, you haven't called me, you haven't done nothing. And he's like, you need to stop worrying about the crypto course. You need to stop worrying about that shit. You need to worry about Costa Rica. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I just got a property. Just got a property over in Costa Rica. And I'm like, whoa. He texting me pictures. He was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, it's for real now. It's live. Yeah, it just went through. It just went through. He's like, I want you to work. This is what he told me. I was gifted the property, the mountain, the resort in Costa Rica. He told me that. It was gifted to him from some father figure type to Polight. And he's like, we've been planning this since Sabi was alive, since Dr. Sabi was alive. And we were either going to get a property in Africa somewhere or somewhere in South America. And we chose Costa Rica. And because of the ley, he was like the ley lines, the thermal hot springs, the atmosphere. He's like, I'm gonna start a holistic health retreat, you know. And he was like, I want you to live on the property, bro. He's like, you can live on my property for free. He's like, you and whoever you want. But he's like, you can live on my property for free. He didn't tell me. So yeah, so I'm like, whoa. I wasn't expecting this. Like, this is some big, in my head, I'm like, this is some big deal. Like, is Brother Polight really, really, really looking out for me in the end? Like, you know? And he's like, yeah, bro, I didn't say nothing to nobody for years. You know what I'm saying? I was just laying low until this went through. And so he's like, me and my business partner, who's kind of like the father figure, he's going to leave and move to Dubai. He's kind of done with the land. And he said I could have the land. And he said I could do whatever I want on the land. We're just going to split the business deals on the land. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. And he's like, I'm gonna start a couples retreat on the land. And he's like, I want you to teach it. I want you to be there. He's like, I'm gonna teach you coherent heart breathing. I'm gonna teach you coherent heart breathing, and then you're gonna teach other people. You get to live out there. There's coconuts, and it's like, I know that's. And I was like, yo, I get to start a farm. He's like, bro, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Everything's already set. He's like, there's somebody else that lives there that's taking care of the property, but I said I want someone else. I want someone I know living out there, someone I can trust living out there. And I'm thinking, damn, Brother Polight, like, damn, for real, like, you really look at, like, damn, like, it almost made me forgive him for everything. It almost, check it out, it almost made me forgive him for everything. He's like, yo, and then we do the crypto course. It's like 4 or 5 hours later, right? He goes on the crypto course, and anyone who took that course, at least the first part that was in the chat, he told them that he just bought a mountain. He told them that he just bought a mountain. And I was like, in the back of my head, I'm like, you just told me it was fucking gifted to you. But he told everyone in the chat that he bought the mountain. And everyone in the chat's like, damn, Polight's leveling up. Big boss, Polight got a mountain, yo. Damn. Boston, real estate tycoon type shit. Like, people like just showing him mad love in the chat. And I'm like, yo, is he going to mention everybody that Crypto Rootz is going to be working on the property together? You know? No, he didn't mention that. He didn't mention none of that. Not that I needed to hear that, but I'm thinking that's the next thing. Like, yo, me and the crypto, since me and Crypto Rootz, we going to take it to the mountain. We're going to do the farming shit too. I'm thinking he's going to say it. He doesn't say it. He just told everyone he bought the mountain. Right? So now we're on those terms. He was like, when can you get out to Costa Rica? When can you get out to Costa Rica? And I'm like, shit, bro, like sometime in like late June. He was like, cause this is like late May, right? He's like, yo, that's perfect, bro, that works for me. That's perfect. So that was the deal. That was the agreement. Fast forward, we good. Me and Polight good again. This dude's a sociopath, and I don't know, for some reason he keeps getting into my head, and I keep fucking letting him, or I don't know. So me and Polight are cool again, like brothers again. Like for some reason I just kind of like dismissed everything and thinking like, yo, this is about to be lit. I'm about to have a place to stay in a resort. And I told him, this is not a lie. He's told me like Costa Rica, and he's like, and I was like, dude, I'm already about to go to Costa Rica, I swear. And then Polight hits me with that, and he's like, yo, that's crazy, G, that's crazy. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy, because I was already gonna go there, you know? And then I'm like, yo, this is like divine, spiritual. This just so happens to be at the right thing. Polight hit a hard time back in LA, and now he's back on his feet, and now he's trying to present for me an opportunity. Like, literally, I'm presenting another opportunity. This dude is crazy. This dude is nuts, yo. It's how I lost my faith in him. He told me about the refund checks. And I said, as soon as I get a little bread, I'll be able to buy the plane ticket out there. And he's like, all right, cool, G. Cool, G. Polight says I'm going to get that check, that refund check. Guarantees me I'm going to get it. Guarantees me is right. Took to the bank, notarized it, got her name off the security deposit. Guaranteed me that. And the legacy was like, nah, we told you for the third time. Nothing's been done. It's only $500, right? Polight's presenting me an opportunity to stay in a resort on a mountain in Costa Rica for the rest of my life, live off the land, right? I lose my shit on Polight over these $500. Not so much the money, the fact that he guaranteed me. Everything he's guaranteeing me, nothing has come true, and that was the straw on the camel that broke the camel's back, essentially. The fact that he told me it was done and it wasn't done, I lost it. I absolutely lost it. And I realized this dude wants me to be his fucking slave over in Costa Rica. I'm like, it hit me. I'm like, not only do I gotta rely on him for a place to live, but he still owes me over 100 grand. So I have to rely on him for the money. Then he wants me to teach classes and start a farm, because he knows that was my dream. I told him the only reason I got the trust fund to get real estate so I can get some farmland in Hawaii. And I told him I'm a farmer. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. Farming and crypto. So I'm thinking, yo, this dude wanted me to just be like a slave on his land. Like essentially I'm thinking, I gotta rely on him for a place to live. I gotta rely on him for money, but yet I still gotta continue to do business and bring in value to his land in order to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, no way. I finally wake up and like, yo, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna do that. And then I emailed Polight. I was like, yo, you guaranteed me. He's like, I was like, I'm not gonna be some slave on your land. I'm not gonna be some slave on your land. You know, you said you said you were gonna give me that, you know, and all my checks and everything. Nothing's shown up. You guarantee me that. Nothing's shown up. I'm not being a slave on your land. You know? And then he responds back immediately. See, that's the thing about brother Polight. He'll pretend like he's busy. I've been around him. He'll pretend like he's busy, but he's always on his phone. He literally gets every single message you send him. He gets every single email you send him. He gets every call you send him. I'm not joking. He just chooses to respond to the ones he doesn't. To the ones he does, and the ones he just ignore all the ones he doesn't. And then respond a week or two later. Or just whatever. You know, I know this by now. So I know that once I'm going after Polight, he'll answer immediately, whether it be legally or whether I said I cancel. He's like immediately responding, no matter what time he immediately respond. He's like, what are you talking about? I don't need a slave on my land. I don't need a slave on my land. That's homosexual. What are you talking about? I don't need. It's like, I'm presenting you an opportunity. I'm presenting you an opportunity to live for free. You know what I'm saying? And then I respond, and you know, I don't know what happened, but I said something and I just let it go. I was angry. I didn't respond. and I couldn't get sleep. This shit was eating me alive. Everything I've been through, I got this new woman, is eating me alive, man. So she, you know, she's just like, yo, you stressing real hard, like, and I'm like, yo, I am, man, I am, because this dude said I was going to get some money. Now this dude is trying to use me. And I'm like, yo, this dude is trying to drain more value. So this is what happened. I woke up, I just couldn't get sleep. I was so angry at Polight. I said, I pieced all it together. I'm like, yo, this dude's trying to drain more and more and more value out of me while pretending to add more value to me, like pretending to like give me opportunities. And so I said, and because my ex-girlfriend's like, don't you dare do anything. Don't you believe Brother Polight. This whole time I'm being cool with him. She's like, I don't believe him. I'm like, yo, Polight said he's going to pay me. Polight said he's going to pay me. She's like, I don't believe him. He's a sociopath. Don't you believe him. Don't you believe him. And she's in my ear telling me not to believe him. The other dude who got the rental car telling me not to believe him. People are telling me not to believe him. And I'm still kind of believing Brother Polight, man. This dude is with words. Oh, so at this point, all right, so the legacy check hits, and I told him, Polight, yo, I'm done, not gonna be a slave. And Polight was like, whoa. Did I miss a call or something, G? Did I miss a call? Yo, bro, I'm gonna call you tonight. I'm gonna call you tonight, bro. I'm gonna call you tonight, G. And I figured out, yo, do not talk to him. Do not talk to him. He's not apologizing about the money. He's not guaranteeing you any money. He's like, did you try to call me? Did I miss a call? Wait, bro, I'm gonna call you. And I'm like, no more calls, bro. I need results in my bank account now. Polight, literally, I told you he switches up his personalities. So whatever it was, I fucked up his plans by saying, no, I don't want to go out to Costa Rica. So Polight flips his personality. But check this out. He sees that I'm getting aggressive now. He sees that like my alpha male's coming out, and I'm like, I'm just losing all respect for him. And he's like, and I'm like, fuck talking to you. Do not call me. I don't want to hear your words, because he's trying to play game. I knew he was trying to play games with my head with his words. And I said, I need results in my bank account. And I knew I pinned him in a corner because he really couldn't. He was like, yes. Blessings, brother. You know, he switched up into this whole hotep. He literally went to like a hotep mode. You know, peace and blessings. You know, sun rising, and he said like broken, like, and you know, things will come about, and always say yes. And I'm on top of it right away, brother. I'm on top of it. He never act like that before. He literally became like submissive hotep to me because he saw I was getting very aggressive, but I fucked up his plans, whatever it was, and. So, and then I tell him, yo, I'm not going on your property until you give me a minimum 20,000 in my bank account. I'm not teaching the crypto course until you give me a minimum $1,500 because I know you fucking have it. And I'm not doing any of that until you give me the additional $500 from the legacy that you said I would have. You know? So I said all those three had to happen. 20K in my bank account for me to even go on the property. If you want me to teach the crypto course, you need to give me $1,500 because I know you have and you ripped me off, and $500 from legacy because you guaranteed me 3 times and it still hasn't fucking shown up. All right, those were my what's the word? Requirements or demands from Polight. Polight's like, oh, that's nothing, G. That's nothing. Those requests is like, those are minor. Those are minor requests. Those are no big deal. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, he got me again. Like, I'm about to get at least 20 G's. I'm about to like, you know, Polight said he's on top of it, and he's like, oh, that's actually nothing, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's actually nothing, no big deal. That's no problem. You're gonna get that. So he kind of got me again. I know, shoot me, Crypto Rootz. I get it, shoot me. So Polight's like, yo, that's nothing. Those demands, that's minor, bro. That's minor. All right. So this is the time Polight's having the baby. Now, give me a second. All right. And I'm like, I'm like, now I'm trying to play games with him. Like, you know what? Polight has always had to stay in touch with me at least once a week, at least 2 or 3 times a week since we met. It's been 5 or 6 months. Polight has contacted me, or somehow we've talking. So I'm thinking, yo, what if I just like fuck with his head? What if I just never say nothing with Polight? What if I just dip out, just don't disappear, just don't answer my calls? Like, what if I play that kind of game and just don't say nothing to him for like weeks? But at the same time, I'm like, yo, I need the money now. I can't just kind of play. So I don't talk to Polight for about, I don't contact him for about a week or so, because I realized, you know, he was having the baby or whatever. And I just was like, yo, if there's any chance of you getting your money back, just wait until after he has the baby. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he'll be in a, you know, hopefully it'll just be a little better chance you can get your money back after he gets the kid out of the way. So by this time I stopped following him. I'm like, yo, I can't even follow his teachings no more. He gave me, like, I ended up getting 4 books from him. By that time I already threw away 2, you know, and I'm like, should I hold on these other 2 because I don't know that, like, I'm unsubscribed. I forgot I'm still on this YouTube. So I saw that he had a live stream of some ceremony and dance with like King Los, and like for the naming ceremony. And I'm thinking, like, yo, I don't know, like, should I even trust this brother? He's letting me suffer. He's out there still pretending to live the life in Hollywood, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna let this man give birth to his child and whatever. So a few days later, I get a text from Polight. Polight's like, yo, I got my daughter's born. Sorry, G, I've just been so stressed these last few months. Sorry for not coming through. Sorry for apology. You know, I just needed to. My head's clear now. I'm good, G. Like, you know, we're still good. Like, we're still good. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, meh, 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 and right. And so he's like, yo, we're still gonna do the Costa Rica thing. He's like, the opportunity still exists. I'm not trying to use you or nothing, you know. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna get that bread to you, G. I'm gonna get that bread to you, right? So still the bread doesn't show up. And I'm thinking, damn, I had over 100 G's to change my life, to kind of like start a family, and I gave it to Polight in hopes to get a trust, to get some real estate, to build it for a potential family. Now that I got this woman in my life, now that you know, she's about to be pregnant, we were looking at property, cheap lands for properties in Mexico. I'm thinking, nah, damn, I ain't got the money. I got a girlfriend that I'm in love with, and she's pregnant now. So I start screaming, yo, Polight, yo, I got a baby on the way, bro. I got a baby on the way, and I ain't got no bread. Like you said, I was gonna get some bread, bro. I got a fucking baby and a woman, and I'm trying to, like, you know. Oh, gee, oh, what's up? Oh, you about to be a father? Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, if you need any help, if you need anything, you know what I'm saying, let me know. He's like, I got herbs, I got exercises you can do. I'm like, I don't know, man. She's still confused. We don't know if she's pregnant or not. Like, and he's just like, yo, G, if you need any help, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, yo, there's a check on the way. There's a check on the way. He's like, what's your address? For the 6th time, what's your address? There's a check on the way. So I get, and at this time, I'm just like, I don't want to be your fucking friend. He's trying to be cool with me, G. Like, yo, I'll help you with the pregnancy and everything, you know? And he's like, yo, there's a check on the way. Doesn't tell me how much and doesn't tell me when. I give him my address, and he's like, yo, the check's on the way. And then it clicks in, and then 30 minutes later, I'm like, yo, can you tell me how much that check's for? He's like, all right, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you. He asked me for the address, and it's like, I don't really know how much. He's like, you know, he had to go find out through his account, somebody else, because he never touches the money. So somebody, you know, he's like, let me get back to you. Couldn't even tell me how much the check was, right? Then he says it's going to be for $5,000. And I'm like, for exactly what? Which type of investments? And he's like, let me get back to you, right? Let me get back to you. And then a few days later, tax liens. I'm like, $5,000 back from tax liens? At this point, I don't even want to argue. At this point, I'm like, I'll take anything. Just give me anything back and I'll work with it. And then he says, yo, G, when you going to Costa Rica? When you going to Costa Rica, let me know so I can make arrangements for you. Let me know so I can make arrangements for you. I said, yo, whenever this check shows up, or I get some bread from my other crypto work. And he's like, all right, cool, right? And this was it. This was the final. I'm sitting there in my bed thinking, I ain't getting no fucking check. I'm not getting any check. I'm not getting nothing. And I was like, yo, Polight, send me the tracking number. Send me a picture with my name on the check and the amount, and send me a tracking number if you serious. And he says, no worries. He got that from me, no worries. Not that I'm, but he just took, that's Hawaiian, just like, no worries. But he kept, all right, so he strategically used my language, on me, no worries. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I ain't getting no check. And that's when I went full blown, all out, you motherfucker. This dude was fucking setting me up to come to Costa Rica. He wanted me to come to Costa Rica to set me up. And I'm thinking, wow. He wanted me to buy my own ticket. Oh, that's the whole thing. He never offered to buy my plane ticket. He wanted me to come to Costa Rica to live for free. Right? So back this up. And so I'm gonna back this up. So first we get in an argument. I told you, he was like, yo, you can live for free as long as you want. Whoever you want, you can live for free on my property. He never mentioned that I had to do anything. But I was like, yo, I can't wait to farm. I can't wait to do this. He's like, you can do whatever you want, G. You can do whatever you want. And then when I flipped out about the being a slave, he's like, bro, I was offering you an entrepreneurship opportunity. I didn't need a slave. And then he's like, I was offering you an entrepreneurship opportunity. First, he said, you just live for free, do whatever you want, teach some classes. Then he's like, yo, you could start your own. I offered you an opportunity to start your own businesses from the property. And I'm like, already done. And then when I finally quit, when I finally said, yo, bro, I was offering you part ownership of the land. And I'm like, yo, this dude is a fucking psychopath. This dude is a psychopath. He's been, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this dude tried to set me up. Polight wanted me gone. He wanted me gone. And I'm now, in retrospect, I'm thinking, what a sophisticated ass motherfucker. He literally thought this out. He said, what does this guy want? So much so that he can't, I'm gonna present him something he will not turn down. And then I told him, Polight, I don't need to live on your property. With my farming resume, I can live on any land in Hawaii. Any land in Hawaii. But I did, and I was like, I'd been doing it for years. I can live any land for free in Hawaii because of my farming skills. But it was always for white folks, so that's why I stopped doing it. So then I got excited because I'm like, yo, it's gonna be a black-owned land at first. But I was like, so in his mind, he's thinking, yo, I'm gonna present something for this guy that can never be turned down. And so either I'm thinking, yo, this was a way for me to forgive him for taking all my money over the $110,000. And just be like, and then I'm like, yo, because I know what it is for work trade situations be taken advantage of, because people who don't know how to farm, they don't understand the actual real work it takes. So they can easily be like, yo, you didn't do enough. And that's why I stopped working certain situations, because no matter how hard I was working, people were like, you weren't doing enough. And I'm like, yo, Polight knows nothing about farming. So I could totally see that being misinterpreted. I could totally see him like, yo, G, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is worth way more than 100 grand. You can live here for the rest of your life, so we good. Either he was trying to make it all like, yo, a way for me to forgive him, or he was trying to take more value out of me so that I could farm on the land, that I could make him look good on camera, do the couples retreats, do everything. And I told him that's slavery. I was like, that's slavery. You want me to live on I have to rely on you for a place to stay. I have to rely on you for money. And while bringing more value to your land, I told him that's fucking slavery. He had nothing to say. He was like, I don't need a slave. I don't need a slave. And I broke it down. He was like, bro, nah, that's not what I want. That's not, nah, bro, you misinterpreting everything. And I was like, yo, this dude wanted me a fucking slave. Wanted me to be a slave. And then I'm thinking, nah, bro. Polight wanted me gone. This nigga wanted me dead. Like, he wanted me to pay for my own plane. And he never offered. So I'm like, yo, he didn't want to pay for me to get off somewhere. For him to get rid of me somewhere. He wanted me to pay for myself. He wanted me to jump the gun and pay for myself because I was so excited. And so I'm like, yo, this dude wanted me somewhere in the middle of an island in my environment. He wanted to set it up in my environment, so I'm with him somewhere. And he kept saying, yo, come walk the property with me, G. Come on, bro. He said this like, yo, bro, just walk the property. Just give it a chance. Walk the property with me. And he texted me a few times, yo, let me know when you're out there so I can make arrangements for you. Every single arrangement this dude said he ever made for me never, ever worked out. So I'm thinking, he never had any real plans to either go out to Costa Rica. He wanted me to just like blindly go somewhere on the fucking mountain and have someone do something to me. Or he wanted me to go out to the property with him in the middle of the mountain somewhere and get rid of me, because he knew I had no family. He knew I had no close one. He knew I just had a girlfriend that I just met. But it was so, it's easy to just kind of get rid of Crypto Rootz somewhere and just disappear from the scene, because this is before I speak out, because he knew I was coming at him. He knew I was coming at him. Like one, and I kept falling for the okie doke. Straight up. And I'm thinking, and I'm piecing everything together, understanding how sociopaths, and I call him a borderline psychopath because he's been known to kill. And I'm thinking, yo, this dude really, really was trying to set me up, either to be his slave or to get rid of me. And that's when it hit me. I was like, damn. I'm grateful that check didn't come through. Because if it did, I probably would have just been like, yo, for real, Polight, I'm buying my ticket now. Can I meet you there? You know what I'm saying? And Polight's such a sophisticated dude or whatever. No one would know who I was at or where I was at or nothing. I just would have never came back. And he would have been all good. Because he doesn't have emotional feelings for people. This is sociopath. He doesn't care. It's not in him to care. And I'm thinking, he's more worried about his reputation, you know what I'm saying, and anything else, that it's much easier to get rid of the dude who can ruin his whole reputation.